The Hash It Out Show Game of the Week is presented by Barretto Home Solutions, Bayou Audio and Video, Hot Works on the North Shore, JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington, Lil Dizzy's Cafe, The Green Law Firm, personal injury attorney, Kaylin Parker of Magnolia Wealth Strategies, Moe's Pizza, Lance's AC and Heating, CC's Children Blocks, the Pierre family in Lafayette, Louisiana.
And good Saturday afternoon live coming to you from Pan American Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. It is playoff football. It is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week Part 2, Week 11, first round of the playoffs, winding down as the Livingston Wildcats come into
Wolves.
I'm sorry. I'll get it right. The Wolves, they will take on the Frederick Douglass Bobcats. It is 19 versus 14. The winner goes to Thibodeau next Friday night against E.D. White. Tough matchup to be sure. I'm George Peppers. I will quarterback the pregame. We will have interviews from both head coaches. Devin Francois from, Livingston, and of course Douglas is head coach as well. But you'll stay tuned for that. We will have those back to back. We first got to introduce the guys that are going to be here with me. Jared J.B. Boyd, the CEO of the Hash It Out Show. What's up with you, sir? Good evening.
Good evening, man. Saturday Night Football. Pretty much the only playoff game in the entire state of Louisiana tonight right here as Frederick Douglass takes on Livingston.
That's correct.
And this pregame is brought to you by Hot Works on the North Shore.
That's correct. Amongst many of our great sponsors that have been with us since day one. This promises to be a pretty enticing matchup, Jared, to be sure. And before I bring the man that's going to call the game in, I want to get your early thoughts here.
Well, early thoughts is you got two teams, two athletic teams, but the question is who's going to come up with the biggest stop? And you got to look at two key defensive players. For Livingston, Eric Chop Gooden, their star linebacker, and for Frederick Douglass, their star defensive player, defensive lineman, Vito Odom. Which one of these star players on defense is going to come up, make a huge play?
Bigger impact.
Yeah, definitely, and help seal this game for their team tonight.
And for those of you watching LSU Florida, tune into the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week. We'll give you better football. But as we do that, I bring in the man that's going to be giving you the play-by-play for this late afternoon tussle between Livingston and Douglas, and that is the man, the myth, the legend, V.K. Jones. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, everybody? Good evening, and it's good to be here once again. 2 days in a row, man. I love the what we do here, doubleheader. Like we're making a huge statement here that the Hash It Out Show has the best sports programming in the state of Louisiana, and we're making that huge statement here, and it's a privilege to be here tonight to call this Orleans Parish game.
Now, to me, I think one of the keys, and VK, I want to bring your thoughts into this.
Yes,
I
sir.
think playoff experience. Livingston has it. They've won a playoff game or two here as of recent years. Douglas, not quite. You know, they have struggled mightily. Does that play a factor into this 19v14 matchup?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot of history, you know, between the two. They met each other 2 years ago and everything else. But at the same time, yeah, Livingston has the experience, especially a lot more starters returning for Coach Francois. But for Douglas, they're trying to shake off a long curse, you can say. Douglas is looking for their first playoff win since 1993 when they were Francis T. Nichols and the late Keith Gardner.
Yep.
You know, and it's sad when I would talk with Coach McLeod about him, and I thought he was still living, but he actually passed a year ago. So you know, and it's sad to hear that. But he said he came around a lot to Douglas, especially talking with the team, giving them encouragement, giving back, and everything else. But Douglas is trying to really make history today, and the thing is that they can get their heads right, looking for not just a playoff win, but payback against Livingston. If they keep their heads right and don't be too nervous at the moment. They'll be a little nervous, but if they can shake the nerves off and do what they got to do, they have a great chance of winning.
They've had a couple of big spot games this year, Douglas, and they really haven't come to bear. Against McDonough 35. No, to be sure, that's one. And 35 looked great last night against Riverdale, winning that game in handy fashion. When you look at the winner of this game, look, does it really, it's not does it really matter. I don't want to say it like that.
It matters.
It does matter.
It matters.
It does, because guess what? One team's going to be turning their uniforms in tomorrow. The other's going to Thibodeau next Friday night. The finality of losing in the playoffs hurts no matter what your expectations are. So I think the pressure, VK, you mentioned, I think it's on both teams because they don't want their seasons to end.
Right.
At all,
I
at
agree.
all. But turning to you, Jared Boyd, you mentioned about key players. Give me an X factor in this game, not so much individually, but where can this game be won or lost from both ends, Douglas and Livingston?
Oh, in the trenches.
Okay.
The trenches. Who's going to dominate? The offensive line or the defensive line? We saw the game last night between Bell Chase and North Vermilion, and we saw that Bell Chase offensive line dominated the defensive line of North Vermilion. So in this game here, who's going to dominate in the trenches? That's where it's going to be won at.
Now, VK, I turn this to you. I think we all agree the pressure's on both squads. It is a lovely night before we continue. It is an absolutely lovely late afternoon fall here at Pan American Stadium. Beautiful breeze. Got to hold our papers a little bit closer today because of the wind, but hey, that's fine. That being said, it is a perfect afternoon for football. And the climatology is not going to be an excuse today. Now, VK, I ask you.
Yes, sir.
Your keys to this game from both ends. You're going to be the man calling this game. What are you looking for tonight?
Well, this playoff game tonight, more than anything else, the question is going to be who sets the tone. Who sets the tone of the ball game more than anything between these two? This is more of an evenly matchup here in this ball game. Who will get the what's going to happen on the first drive of the game or the first couple of drives of the game, which sets the tone for one team and everything else. And the thing is, can one team withstand that start from that team and they can bounce back? Or will that one team take that momentum all the way to the end? But it depends on who sets the tone tonight. It might be a good start for both teams, or it might be a good start for one team, or we could have one of those ball games we had before a couple times, scoreless for a little while, and then it seems like, okay, who's going to drop, who's going to get that first score.
That's correct.
So
and let's settle in, right?
Right.
I think for me, one of the biggest keys is the team that settles in faster is going to have the advantage. The team that says, okay, here we are, we understand the moment, we embrace the moment. The team that does that first, I think, holds a distinct advantage. With that being said, before we head to who do we have first? Coach Francois?
Yes, Coach
Francois
Francois
first.
and then Coach
Devin
McLeod.
And then Coach McLeod, okay, to follow. And we will have those interviews back to back. But we want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Hot Works on the North Shore, who is sponsoring our pregame show. We'll give you the rest of our sponsors in due time. And Jared, I got to ask you before we move on, do you want to announce what we got for the regional round or not yet?
Oh, well, we announced one last night. He was with us. But we added another one today. So on Thursday night, 6 o'clock pregame, kickoff at 6:30. We have the Haynes Yellow Jackets. Haynes Yellow Jackets taking on the Estruma Indians on Thursday. Friday night, we have John F. Kennedy Cougars taking on the Lake Charles College Prep Trailblazers.
Now, we got a Metairie New Orleans Daily Double for you next week.
Yeah, we do.
That's two for the price of one. Actually, you don't pay nothing to listen to the Hash Out Show Game of the Week.
Zero.
And stay tuned to us Monday night. We will have a show for you Monday, not Tuesday this time, Monday and Wednesday. Stay tuned. We're trying to line up some guests. For halftime, though, before we get into these interviews, we'll let the bands play for a few minutes and then come on and give you our recap of last night's action, which, let's just say, was some wild and interesting stuff last night. But we'll save that for later. As for now, we'll take a little bit of a breather. Let's go listen to Coach Devin Francois from Livingston as we embark on the Hash It Out Show pregame show, playoff edition on a Saturday afternoon. Stay tuned.
Well, this is the time of year that everybody's been waiting for, is the LHSAA football playoffs in week number 1, round 1, and we're getting things going. 2 big games on the Hash It Out Show game of the week, and we are in our second game, night number 2. between the Livingston Collegiate Wolves and the Douglas Bobcats. We're here with the head coach of the Livingston Wolves, Devon Francois. How you doing, Coach?
How you doing, VK? Happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. A lot of progress with your team this year. A lot of improvements with this Wolves team. Got some huge wins on your schedule and everything. And coach, it looked like you felt like in the beginning of the season that this team could make a big comeback after a lean year last year.
Yeah, definitely. We started off strong. We ran into some adversity mid-season as we roll into district. Really a lot of injuries. We had a young quarterback, Courtney Tennessee, that we was trying to propel and let him take the leadership. But he was just learning as the season went on, and now we have Benjamin Anthony back that's going to be leading the charge at quarterback. So we're excited about getting healthy at the right time.
Very much agreed. Y'all came from a very, very tough district in itself and everything, but also you had some interesting like non-district ball games that you got some big wins on the schedule. Probably one of the biggest wins maybe in your school's history against a very good South Plaquemines team early in the season. And it seemed like your team continuing to improve each and every week.
Yeah, Coach Lyles does a great job at South Plaque. It was great to have those guys come here. They have been battle tested, and we knew they have a great program. So it was good to see us go against those guys. We had that game. We had the Culver game, which was back to back. So it was amazing to see how our kids respond in those tough, adverse situations. And hopefully, we have a good group of seniors that we have been pushing and trying to make sure that they take on the responsibility of leadership on this team. And we're looking forward to what's going to happen in these playoffs.
Well, tell us a little bit about your players besides your quarterback and everything that's really helping things out and getting the Wolves going.
Yeah, it all started with our run game. Diddy Alfred Scott, amazing player we've been having for 3 years, and we just getting Pierre Eskendi back. I'm sorry, Eskin back. He got hurt mid-season, so we happy to have our running attack healthy and full and back at full strength. And we have Davion Thompson leading the charge, number 4 at receiver, and then we have Tylen Coleman, who have had a breakout season this year and just amazing on the offensive end. Those guys up front, for as the O-line, they never get enough credit, but they're doing a lot of the dirty work. And we have Tyron Grisham leading that charge. Defensively, Dion Griffin, big guy, number 7. I think he's one of the most underrated DNs in the state. But he's going to be a D1 kid. We have Eric Chop Gooden, that linebacker. He's very familiar throughout the state and the city. So, and we have a junior, Greg Milton, that's leading the charge in the secondary. So, we have a lot of mature kids that's been in the system now. And like I said, we have been faced with some adversity. And, I think that's what builds character. And we're excited to see what happens in this first round of the playoffs. We have a mentality, want to know every week, when to go home. So I'm excited to see how we're going to put it together and, what happens moving forward.
Absolutely, a very good, improved, quick defense offensively. It's basically spread, but you always emphasize the run a lot with that type of offense that you have and everything. But I know you're going to really need the type of offense against a very interesting and good Douglas Ball Club, a rematch of 2 years ago, and now they're the home team this time. How has practice been this week? And on top of that, what's been the approach going to the Douglas game?
We locked in. I think when you think about just the city schools, it's really not a home field advantage in my opinion because all of us share these stadiums. So it's just about being focused. Like I said, having that 1-0 mentality. Our kids are locked in. Two very familiar programs. The last 2 years, we played them 3 times, and we've been fortunate to be on the winning side of it. But, those kids over there at Douglas are hungry. Coach McCraw are going to have those guys ready to play. And, we're just making sure that they don't take it lightly and understanding all of the goals are still there for us. We got to, like I say, 1 week at a time. But our kids are extremely focused and doing – our kids are extremely focused and doing all the little things right to make sure that we're successful come Saturday night.
Do you think it's really good that both of your teams are playing on a Saturday to have kind of a full week of preparation for this game?
Yeah, it was definitely good on our end. Our last game against De La Salle was Thursday, and like I said, we was banged up, so we was able to use this time frame to get healthy, and to also game plan and make sure that our kids understand exactly what we want to do. And now, it's all up to them to go out there and execute at a high level.
Looking at things, especially with the Saturday game at 5 and everything, at a very, very good matchup, could go down to the wire. If you guys get the win coming up against Douglas, what would it mean to your team more than anything else, especially how the school has been continuing to make progress over in the New Orleans East?
Yeah, I think it's going to be huge again. It's always great to make the playoffs. Not many teams, there's not many teams in this predicament, so we're not taking it lightly. And we want to go out here and execute, and it's going to be big for the program. But again, right now, the last 2 years we've been getting to the second round and trying to get over that hump. But we got, like I say, we got to take it week by week. So it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. Nothing matter that happens previously or in the past. Right now, like I said, everyone is 0-0, and we got to get over this hump.
Very much agreed. And if you win, you might be on the road or you might be hosting. Crazy things do happen in the playoffs, but actually most likely you will have to go on the road if you win.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of the fact, we appreciate that you guys and Douglas agreed to have both of your teams on for the Hash It Out Show game of the week to give a big shine to New Orleans public and charter schools to put a good show online for us and show the great talents and the great schools of New Orleans.
Yeah, I always say, I definitely appreciate what you all do over there at the Hash It Out Show. It's not just local, you all travel to Shreveport or whatever the case may be to have a game of the week, and it's just great to have local guys that shine a light on the state of Louisiana and showing the world what type of talent we have here, but what type of character we have as well. Like we have great coaches in the city and great talent as well. So I appreciate you all for doing that.
What can you say about your team going into the playoffs? 7-2, won the first 5 games of the season, great record, hosting a home playoff game. What can you say about your team?
Man, it's senior led, man. That's the biggest thing, man. The seniors, they really a lot of these seniors been around for 4 years, and so they kind of took the bull by the horns, and they do a lot of the stuff, and they do a lot of the leg work for me, and keep the younger guys in line. And then we got some younger guys behind them, the juniors who've been around for 3 years. So after getting our footing after COVID, and I don't know if y'all guys knew, but for Hurricane Ida, our school got really messed up, and we had to relocate for a little while. So between Ida and COVID, this class is really one of our first class that was able to come through without any interruptions. So it's kind of the program is really just turned around in the process. You're starting to see the process spill over to the game field.
Being a head coach, you're not only coaching kids and trying to win games, but you also are developing young men to be successful once they go out into the real world. What are things that you do that can get these kids to believe and trust in you?
First thing I do is I surround them with my coaching staff. I surround them with a bunch of other solid men like myself. And in order to coach for me, I let coaches know that these kids, they have a lot of people already. They see a lot of men walking in and out of their lives already. So you got to be consistent and you got to be dedicated to this. And I don't care how much money you make. Brian Kelly makes almost $10 million a year. He's still underpaid. So it's not about the money. It got to be a calling for you. So, and I feel like in with the things we have going on in this community, everyone kind of has their own lane that they need to, push their agenda. And my lane is, servicing these youth right now and making sure I put them in the best position to be successful and move on to the next level. And I try to we have a lot of speakers that come into our program, but a lot of times it's not. I coached a lot of guys who playing professional ball or who played D1 ball, but I also went to school, I was fortunate enough to go to McDonald 35 back in the days when it was a magnet school, and at Nicholls State University. So I have a lot of friends that in the private sector, in the professional sector, and I get those guys to come in and, speak some words of encouragement to these guys and let them know that they walked in these shoes. They were a public school, New Orleans inner city athlete, and they found a way out. And whatever your lane is, we try to make that work. And it coincides with our school because Douglas is very diverse. We have a bunch of programs and pathways for kids. They could get welding degrees. I have a couple of my players graduated 2 years ago. They're making over $30 an hour welding on the river right now. We get kids, they graduate, they get them their TWIC card when they leave. We get kids with ambulance, carpentry, a bunch of different pathways, and of course the hair and cosmetology, that aspect as well. But we also have the Boyd Early College program, which kids graduate with an associate's degree from our school. So kind of my mission aligns with the school. And, in order to be successful, you have to have alignment from the top to the bottom.
Your story. It sounds like two other coaches with the same exact story. Sounds like David Johnson had a similar story.
Another Nicholls State guy.
Yeah, another Nicholls State guy. And then also Tony Hall had a similar story as well. He actually studied like what studying under NASA
right.
Yeah, he was studying under that, and all of a sudden he got into coaching. It seems like it's amazing that it seems like God gives you one gift, but then all of a sudden you realize, okay, you have more of a calling than anything else.
Correct.
So it might be a time that you have to, come out there. So I guess it was something special for you to just felt like, maybe I need to give my time to try to really help kids along the way and try to put them in a position of success.
Yeah, and it was, I had to really make some sacrifices because going from working in the finance department in a law firm on Magazine Street to being a paraprofessional and a coach at Sarah T. Reed, that was a financial adjustment. Thank God I was in my 20s. The guys you mentioned, Tony Hall and Dave and Jabbar, those guys, like they underestimate those guys. Really are like a brotherhood, and they try to bring people along. Because I never forget when I was at 35 as an assistant, and Coach Reese was the first one who told me my last year working there. I didn't know it was gonna be my last year, but he said, "Coach, I see it in you. You need to lead your own program." And he started like just making me help. Like when the people would come to sell the T-shirts and he would be buying the gear, or the guy would come to recondition the helmet, he would call me out of class or call me from upstairs to come sit in the meetings with him. And then when the job came open, it was Kip Renaissance at the time, and I interviewed a couple of times. And then, it got in the wind that I probably was going to be the guy. The AFCA coaching convention came up, and Dave, Jabbar, I never forget Dave, Jabbar, Tony Hall, Quan Drake, them guys like came and got me one night and was like, "Come on, let's go." And he was like, "Look, you about to have your own program. Tell us what your plan is." And I told them what my plan was, and they were like, "Look, stick to your plan, and any help you need along the way, we got you." And anything I called and asked them about it, they've been on point with it. So those guys, and I look to do the same with the younger guys that's coming up under me. I'm the same way. I'm very approachable.
And welcome back to the Hash It Out Show, pregame show, playoff edition, part 2. It is a lovely Saturday afternoon again. We are here at Mid-American Field as the Douglas band is entertaining us as loud as they can be. So we're going to try to drown them out a little bit. But hey, kids' enthusiasm. It's the playoffs. Where else would you rather be on a Saturday afternoon? Surely not on your couch watching LSU in Florida. By the way, it's 10-10. Just saying. So just giving you a little update. So tune into the Hash House Show game of the week. It is Frederick Douglass hosting Livingston, a New Orleans battle, and that is what we got. We just heard from Coach Devin Francois and Coach McLeod, respective coaches. What do you, Jared, to you, what do you take away from the interviews with both Coach Francois and Coach McLeod?
They're two coaches that really care about their players. They care about their players and want to develop them as young men and want them to be successful in life once they reach adulthood and get into the real world. So that's the main thing about Coach McLeod and Coach Francois that I got from the interviews. And
that's the market should be, VK. Coaches should care about their kids, the discipline, the love, but mostly the teaching. But you, was there anything distinct that you heard in these interviews that you did this week that maybe has a tipping point to what this game may turn out to be?
Well, the thing I caught from both of these coaches that they know that both of these teams has made a lot of progress this year, and they know that this game could go down to the wire more than anything else, and they're going to give it all they have tonight, not just for the team, but for the city of New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? So this is something that is big here. It's a rarity when sometimes you get a New Orleans Parish High School matchup in postseason.
And we got it tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully a good crowd comes here tonight to support both of these teams and everything. So I think it's gonna go down to the wire more than anything else. And I think both of these coaches, they want to set a good tone in this ball game and also have a good, clean ball game as well. They really care for these kids, but most importantly, they want to get a win. Both these coaches want to get a win very, very badly, especially for their programs going forward.
I'm looking at the field, and I see Douglas has banned the football players on the field. I don't know if we're going to the coin toss yet.
We are going to the coin toss.
They're doing the coin toss.
Let's wait for the coin toss, and we'll find out who wins it. Any final thought? Any quick thoughts before I turn this over to you? Any final thoughts from both of you, Jared? Let me start with you.
I'm just ready to see a good game. Somebody going to play Edie White next week. We'll see what happens. But right now in this coin toss, Frederick Douglass Bobcats have deferred to the second half. Livingston will receive the ball.
Okay. Any final thoughts before we go?
Looking forward to another good ball game tonight. And you know, we just love it, man. Love what we do. It is the LHSA playoffs here on the Hash Out Show game of the week, man.
It's been a turbulent week in every aspect, but you know what? Here we are, Pan American Field, round one of the state playoffs, the only show in town tonight. No excuses. Come join us. We're going to take you on an adventurous ride. It is the 14th-seeded Douglas and against Livingston, the 19th seed. The seed should hold, but you know what has been evidenced this week? The seeds that are closest have had some really big blowouts, and we'll discuss that at the length at halftime.
Yes.
But that is it for the Hash It Out pregame show. VK Jones, it's all yours, sir. It is time for some football, playoff style, on the Hash It Out Show game of the week. That's all yours.
Absolutely, as we put the stamp of authenticity as the best high school Louisiana sports all around platform in the state of Louisiana and all over the country. And tonight from Pan American Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, these teams met 2 years ago, and now they meet tonight as the Livingston Collegiate Wolves. They will take on the Frederick Douglass Bobcats right here. This is the Hash It Out Show, Game of the Week, Saturday edition right here. I'm VK Jones. We definitely appreciate you joining us tonight. Like, tag, share, subscribe right here on JB the Sports Guy. Joining me tonight on color tonight, we have the CEO, Jared JB Boyd. Good evening.
Good evening, man. Saturday night, only high school football game in town.
And the lights are on and ready to go. Also with us tonight doing color commentary, a little statistics, we got my main man right here, George Peppers. What's going on, man?
Not too much, man. I'm sorry I wasn't with you last night, but it was a glorious night for us last night, so it was a good thing. But I say this, with the way the Douglass band is playing, you know, the enthusiasm, you could kind of feel it, but I'm looking across, and I don't see very many people from Livingston. It's like, man, kind of want to ratchet up the attendance a little bit, guys. I mean, You know, it is a playoff game.
I think they're on their way. So
We hope. There's no
I think
excuse.
they are.
They coming, George.
They coming,
George.
They coming, George.
Or if they're not coming.
They coming, George.
They coming, George. Let's be positive.
I know, but I'm saying, let's give them some more positivity. Listen to us on the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week and watch us. I'm just saying.
Tease.
Hey, it's all for the good, right?
It's good. That's how he set us up. Tease. Right there. Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Checked out whenever y'all broke down the
Playoffs?
Yeah.
and everything. I was checking that out. But I'm one of the officials. I officiate for Thibodeau Association, so I'm with these guys.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I came here because I heard it on y'all channel.
Oh,
thank you.
man. Thank you so much.
I had Jesuit and Lafayette High.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
As we start the ball game, got a nice compliment from the officiating crew.
Yes.
And here we go. And here comes Livingston up there, and it is Gooden. Gooden getting a nice return. Actually, that is
Tylen
Coleman.
Tylen Coleman, yes.
My bad. Coleman with the return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Livingston.
He got him in real good field position, right at the 40-yard line. No, a little further than that, 45. Good field position
Very
for
good
Livingston to
field
start the
position.
game off.
And looks like it will be, and let's see who's at quarterback. And I think it might be Alfred Scott, possibly. No,
I think it's Benjamin Anthony, number 5.
Benjamin Anthony will be the quarterback. So Anthony starting at quarterback. We'll introduce the rest of the starters in just a minute in short order. 1st and 10 for Livingston as they're inside the 46. And it go to Scott, and he's stuffed in the backfield.
Yeah, Vito Odom, who I talked about in the pregame, already starting off on a good bang, 2-yard loss with a tackle in the backfield.
Yes, indeed, right there, the 2-yard loss. It will be 2nd down, 2nd and 12 for Livingston. Alfred Scott in the backfield, and with Benjamin Anthony, the other receivers, Devion Thompson, Antonio Fulton also at the receiver. We'll introduce the other offensive lineman in just a minute. And the handoff is Scott. Scott bouncing back. Scott, he's got a positive yards. He's inside the Livingston 49-yard line.
He's at the Livingston 49-yard line. Yes, at.
Yep. I thought I said it right.
No, you said inside the 49. I don't know what that is, VK. I know inside the 20.
When I say inside, meaning it's right there where, like.
No, just say at. Just say at. Trust me.
I hear a lot of broadcasts say inside at.
Inside the 20, maybe. If they don't know that exactly all of my marker.
I'm going to leave that alone.
I'm going to tell you a story later, VK.
3rd and 7. And then the backfield, and he is stuck. A big-time defensive stand for Frederick Douglass, led by Vito Odom and company.
Kind of shocked they didn't throw the ball there, to be honest with you. But Vito Odom leading the charge for the Bobcats defense right now.
4th down coming up for Livingston. The offensive line goes like this. Brandon Risen, also Calvin Watkins, Travis Lott. I'm going to say Travis Lyles is one of the linemen as well.
VK, they're going for it, VK.
And
they're going for it.
Brazen move, guys.
4th and 6, and back to pass. Anthony looking. Anthony rolling out to the left side. Anthony, and he is going to get stuffed right there, and it will be 1st and 10 for Douglass.
Wow. Credit Douglass defense. That's pretty much a coverage sack. Because everybody was covered, and then the Douglass defensive line kept containment, and Benjamin Anthony had nowhere to go. They got the sack.
9:47 in this game, and a big stop for the Frederick Douglass defense. Now offensively, Frederick Douglass will go with the quarterback Anthony Freetime at number 4. The running back Savon Green and Zen Tate. The receivers Kyron Lewis, Vance Reed, Kevin Jackson, and Derek Dillon.
I think there was a flag on the play, VK.
There was a flag down. Let's see.
Holding on the defense.
Woo, holding on Douglass. Still will be 4th down.
All right, so we're going to replay 4th down. They're going to go for it again.
Now it's 4th down and make it 4 yards to go. So another chance for the Wolves offense. So Anthony with a lot of height on him. Anthony looks like about 5'10", 5'11". 4th and 4, and movement up front.
This got to be
Let's see.
offense. This has to be offense. There it is, offense.
And there will be a false start on Livingston that moves them back.
Man, you say Ben Anthony with 5'11", man, that man is 6'1".
6'1" in
Yeah,
here.
that's what it says here. He's
He's 6'1". I know he's pretty tall, but
Yeah.
I'm like, but sometimes that 6'1" might be deceiving. But you might be right. You might be right. He might be 6'1".
So he's trying to say that.
No, not saying that.
Inflate a height, VK, right?
No, I'm just saying sometimes.
VK trying to shrink that man 2 inches, man. Nah, man.
You might be right. If he's not 6'1", he's 6 feet, but he's 6'1". So let's don't question that. He's 6'1".
There you go.
He's 6'1". Let's say that. Let's be positive. 4th down. Now punt team is out. Nice snap. Little hesitation, but he gets it off. And it'll take a Livingston roll, and Douglas will start inside their own 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was Jose Pastor with that punt.
Now let's see what the Frederick Douglass Bobcats offense can do, Mr. VK Jones.
I don't know what you were laughing at. I kind of missed that. You're lucky I missed it.
You said inside the 22 again. I'm like, it's at the 22. I'm just saying, 20 to 29 inside the 20, or 10 to 20 inside the 10, I don't know how you get inside the 22. 22.0 and 22.2.
I've just been hearing too many broadcasters that said that a lot of times. I'm just going with what I know. All right, 1st and 10. And a little jumping up front, back to pass, free time, gets it out, and a pass caught, good blocks up front, flags, and that will go, that might come back right there.
I think he's calling a hold, but I pretty much didn't see a hold. I thought I saw good blocking, but I'm going to give the ref the credit to do since he was right there.
Yep, Kyron Lewis with the carry, the catch and the run. Holding will be on the Douglas Bobcats. They'll move them back. Offensive line for Frederick Douglass. Ahmad Ellis, DeAndre Patterson, Malachi Caro. You got Jakayan Gaines and also Trevon Smith.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing I'm wondering. Like, so after all that time, I say around, meaning that, or inside. That means that, it's not exactly what it is. That sounds like I've been lied to.
When you talk about a specific spot, you got to say at the 22. Like, let's tell you in a minute.
Free time gets the pass out, caught and run out of bounds.
Good. If the punt bounces at the 15 and they say the punt inside the 20, there you go. But inside of 22, no.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the story later at halftime. All I'm going to say is I caught an earful for you.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. Wow. Okay. We'll get this right tonight. We're going to get this right tonight. Appreciate you giving me that alert on that.
I got you, my brother.
Yes.
I got you.
All right, here we go. And then we're at the 27-yard line now, 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers here. And a handoff. And it goes to Jackson. Jackson on the right side and out of bounds. Let's see where the spot is. Right at the 1st down mark.
He got it, VK.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Douglas. As they're inside, as they're at the 33.
My God, there you go. Tell you what, I think that was Vance. What's that?
That was Jackson with the carry.
Jackson, Kevin Jackson, good vision. Way to bounce that outside and get that 1st down.
And it'll be now 1st and 10 for the Bobcats as they're inside the 33. And a handoff. And Savoy and Green with the not bad run here. Savon Green with the positive yards.
Oh, good 4 yards.
4 yards there.
Right at the 40, the
Right.
30.
Right at 37.
That's right.
I'm trying to get.
You're doing good, brother.
Yes.
It's a habit. It's a habit you got to break now.
Yeah, I gotta break this habit.
Ain't that right, George?
That's correct.
This is a perfect game to break this habit. It
Yes,
really is.
yes.
All right. Here we go now. 2nd and 6 to go. They gotta get to the 43, and it's a keeper for Freetown. Freetown on the left side. Freetown cuts back, and he's going to go down
Close.
at the 41.
Yeah, wasn't a bad run from Mr. Freetime, but credit Livingston for not letting him get that first down. So now they got a tough 2 yards to gain to get a first down from the Douglas Bobcats.
Anthony Freetime, a 3-year starter, but he played in other positions first year at quarterback.
Yes.
And then a shotgun on 3rd and 1. And the handoff as they go to the right side. First down and more. A big first down there for Douglas.
That was Zyron Washington with the run for the Douglas Bobcats.
Good run by Washington.
Yes.
They rotate a lot of players in and out. And now they're right at midfield for first down.
Yes, they are.
So shotgun formation, 3 receiver sets here. You'll see that all night. And a handoff, and Jackson goes out of bounds.
Good 3 yards on that.
Good 3 yards.
The run game has been successful so far.
I'll tell you why, because they're faster. They are a faster unit right now, getting to the edge quicker. Livingston doesn't really have that. They don't look like they're anywhere near that speed where they need to be. Douglas is taking advantage of that early.
Good point, George. They're getting to
Good point.
the outside
With ease.
Yeah.
2nd and 7. And they're at the Livingston 47. 7:23 in your first quarter. Shotgun formation, jumped right in front. That will probably be on
defense.
Livingston.
Yep. The 2 or 3 players on the far side jump. That's what it looked like on the naked eye. We'll see.
You're right about that. Yep.
I was going to say the whole defensive line.
Yep.
I was trying to be nice, dude. trying to be nice.
You got a timeout?
Timeout is called.
Timeout Livingston.
Livingston, and that will be the first charge timeout. We're coming right back. This is the Hash It Out Show, game of the week.
Did you experience storm damage from Hurricane Francine? Barretto Home Solutions can help. You can give them a call at 504-940-7552.
Our first quarter is brought to you by Barretto's Home Solutions. We appreciate them being a sponsor of the Hash It Out Show game of the week and the Hash It Out Show. Tune in every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Tuesday at 7.
Not this Tuesday.
I'm about to say that, George. Tuesday and Wednesday night. Tuesday at 7. Wednesday, 7:30. But this week will be on Monday at 7:30. 7:30 Monday and 7:30 on Wednesday.
Yes.
Just for this week coming up.
That's right.
Got a lot going on. We got, second round playoffs. We got cross country next week in LHSA, swimming, and then an opening week of prep basketball, and a handoff going to the right side, and a not bad run out of bounds for Savon Green. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
So right now, you can tell the Bobcats must have saw something on film where they can get to the outside and get positive yards on Livingston, and it's pretty much been every play, and it is working to their advantage right now.
Working to perfection so far. It'll be 1st and 10 for Douglas. And they're at the 36-yard line of Livingston.
Tough road spot awaits the winner of this game, though. At E.D. White next week, whoever wins this here today.
And a handoff again, and good stuff in the backfield. And that right there is Chop Gooden.
Chop, Eric Chop Gooden. What I said earlier, him and Vito,
Yes.
they're defensive stars on their team. And Eric Chop, man, he came through them with a big 7-8 yard loss on the play.
Chop Gooden, one of the best defensive players for Livingston.
And your key there was that Gooden just jailbroke that snap, and he just was there before they even had a chance to get a playoff.
Correct.
And now it will be 2nd down and make it
A lot.
lots to go. Back to pass, Freetown. Throws it to the side, setting the screen up. And a good run, positive there.
Pretty much
And that was Kyron Lewis catch and run for the Bobcats.
Kyron Lewis pretty much got back to the line of scrimmage, so make this a 3rd and 10.
Make it 3rd and 11 as they're They're right at the 37. Right at near the 37-yard line, so they got to get to the 27, no, the 26. They got to get to the 26-yard line for the first.
Just think, y'all, we got free time tonight, and we got good time next Friday night.
Oh, you ain't never lying, man. You ain't lying about that.
I mean, think of that symmetry.
Yep.
James
good.
So we're referencing James Goodtime Evans from Kennedy High, and we will have that game next Friday against Lake Charles College for VK.
Yep. Very much agreed. Cannot wait for that one. 3rd and 11. As Green in the backfield. Now he goes in motion.
Man-to-man
Free
cover
time.
one.
They set up the screen, and it was right behind, incomplete.
That did hit a lineman, am I right?
It looked
That should be a flag.
Actually, it hit the defensive lineman. It hit right in the back of number 7 for Livingston. So,
Sure about that?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So 6:02, and now it'll be 4th down. This is 4th down territory for Douglas, and Douglas will go.
All right, see what Coach McLeod and his staff has cooked up for this 4th down and 11 play.
It's an aggressive play call, guys, I think, at this juncture of the ball game, halfway through the first quarter. I feel like this is a little aggressive.
But at the same time, one factor with both of these teams, a question mark on special teams.
Correct.
So you have to go. So it's 4th and 11, back to pass, free time. Free time has a blitz, and it gets to the green, but incomplete.
Yeah, blitz came through, and he didn't have time to throw.
That
Credit
will
the
be a
Livingston
stop.
Wolves with the stop.
Schematically, what the Livingston Wolves have done the last 2 plays, they've sent the one guy pretty much on block, and Douglas hasn't picked him up.
Not at all, not at all. As the Wolves now will have it 1st and 10.
That was an 11-play drive that went for naught for Douglas.
Indeed. Nice crowd so far here
Yeah.
at Pan American. Not more people coming in. And you just got to love it as we're bringing you all type of football everywhere, all over the state, especially in our home in New Orleans. 1st and 10, back to pass. Anthony throwing it too high, but a catch. And they're going to make a little run for blocks in front. And there he goes. And here comes Livingston. He will get to the end zone. Let's see. Touchdown! 63 yards and no flags.
There's a screen play to Devion Thompson. But bring it, hold on, stop for a second. There's a flag.
Where?
Right at the 44-yard line.
Wow, that
That's
came a
gonna be a
little
block.
late right there.
That's going to be exactly. I didn't see any flags when they shot the screen through.
To be honest, I didn't.
Well, let's
This
see what
is-
they say. They're
this
bringing
is
it
late.
back.
And there's somebody down. Oh, look on the far side. I don't looking.
That might be all for naught. Wow.
I was about to write this stat
The
line there. but-
quarterback the pass was high at first, but Thompson caught it, and he started to run on it. He had blocks in front. It looked like it was really decent blocks in my opinion, but that flag came out, so that might be all for naught.
It is off or not.
Let's see.
Was that-
Personal foul.
Touchdown is
Touchdown
good.
is good. So
Okay.
that was a unsportsmanlike conduct after the play was over. So 6-0 for Livingston. 63 yards. And that's Anthony.
Coach McLeod is
to
not
Devion
happy about it,
Thompson.
though. He's not happy about it. He must have thought it was during the play that something happened.
And they're trying to explain to Coach McLeod what's going on here. And you look at that pass from Benjamin Anthony. It was pretty high.
It
and
was
I'm
very
thinking-
high.
And then all of a sudden, Thompson somehow gets it. And he gets away and blocks in front, and he took off.
You got to credit Thompson for the play that he made. Man, he made an unbelievable catch by going up and get it, and then just took off to get the touchdown.
And let's see if Livingston is going to try to kick the extra point,
Well,
or
they still,
if their offense still on the field.
They're still talking about this penalty flag.
They sure are. It sure is. So, see, it's so funny. I just switched things up on it.
We saw long discussions last night, man. We don't usually see long discussions with a coach, but we saw some long ones last night.
Oh, we did.
And now we've seen another one.
It is the playoffs, so they want to make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. But when
That's it.
so it's probably a set. So that's
So
going to be
meaning-
assessed on the kickoff. I would
Yes, it's
think.
going to assess on the kickoff there. And let's see if they're going to kick it or they're not going to kick it.
Well, we got swinging gate action right now, VK.
They sure do. And actually, yeah, they do. It looked like a swinging gate here.
They're going.
They are. They're going to throw it to the end zone. And they get it!
Incomplete.
No,
He dropped
it. Wow. Right at the last second.
Wow.
Right at the last second, he dropped it.
He did have it. He did have it.
And that was, I believe, you look at it, Coleman tried to get that pass up to the corner of the end zone, nothing there. 5:40 left in your first quarter, 6-0 for the Livingston Wolves. They're on the board first. We're coming right back. This is the Hash It Out Show, game of the week. Oh, we're going to stay with it?
We're going to stay right here, yep.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting now, guys, is how Douglas responds. That was a pretty good body blow that Livingston threw there on that screen pass. Let's see what Douglas has in response, because their last drive was 11 plays in length, and it started with a lot of positivity, but it looked like it got buttoned down late. Let's see what they do now on the counter coming back.
Very much agreed. So Jackson and also Woods setting up to return. And kicking off.
They got to assess
and I
the penalty
believe that
first,
is Goodness going to be kicking off. They will assess that penalty.
The ball's being marked off for a personal foul that was called on the last play.
I wonder what exactly the personal foul entailed, though. That's what I'm curious to know.
Right.
Because the flag seemed kind of late, though.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was
he just said
after
personal foul, so
after the touchdown. So
it's something after the touchdown. Unsportsmanlike conduct,
and
unnecessary roughness, one of the two. We don't know.
And let's remember, these are neutral officiating crews. They're not from the areas of the schools. I think the guy that we saw that just came up to us, I think they said they were from Thibodeau?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the crew that's here tonight. And here we go.
Flags down.
Oh, yeah. These officials have been pretty tough on these offsides on kickoffs. We had a few of those yesterday.
Yes, it
in the Bell Chase North Vermilion game.
We sure did.
You're going to get that with neutral officiating
Oh, without a
crews
doubt. Without a doubt.
Are not used to refereeing games in a certain demographic.
Right.
You know, in New Orleans, New Orleans plays a lot of speed football, a lot of cats that are fast. And these officials are, they got to adapt.
Offsides on Livingston. Now we're moving back another 5. This is going to be, you could say, great field position for Douglas here on this return coming up.
Without a doubt.
I was taking a peek. LSU, Florida tied 13 apiece, late third.
It's going to be interesting over in Florida right now.
And congratulations to the Tulane Green Wave clinching their way into the American Athletic Association championship game with a resounding 35-0 shutout of Navy.
And Jose Pastor will kick it off.
Should be great field position.
Here's the kick. Jackson will return it. He's got to pick it up. He's taking it from the 36. And here comes Jackson. He gets a block. Jackson. He's going to try and cut it back, but he goes down. Nice return for Kevin Jackson.
Still good field position for the Frederick Douglass Bobcats.
They're at the 49. Douglas 49-yard line that will start off for the Bobcats. Make it to 48. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight here from Pan American Stadium in New Orleans. Night number 2, round 1 of the playoffs. First and 10, free time picks it up, going to the left side. Free time, getting some runs, and nice run there by Arthur Free Time. And they're right at the 30, make it the 44-yard line. So an 8-yard gain for Free Time. So now it'll be 2nd and 2. Bobcats got to get to the Livingston 42-yard line. Under 5 minutes left in your first quarter. 3 receivers set, shotgun formation. And a handoff going up the middle. Let's see if it's enough for the first down for Green.
It's close.
And it will be first down for Frederick. Actually, let me see.
They're going to say he's short.
They're going to say he's short. 3rd and 1.
Play. Exit third down. Less
Because
than
at first I see the official with the hands up. I'm thinking they're moving the chains.
Yeah, I said the
but they're
same
not.
thing. The other one said no. He threw up to 3.
All right, so 3rd and 1.
So the
3rd
clock-
and maybe inches.
The clock should be running.
It is.
There you go.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. 3 receiver sets. And a handoff again. Green, first down.
Coming back.
But the flags are down.
It's going to be illegal motion, illegal shift, illegal procedure, you name it. The running back kind of went early.
And with these two teams, they just know they got to really watch themselves with penalties. And an illegal shift on Douglas, that will move them back 5.
Yeah. Yeah, the running back went just a little bit too quick before the snap.
3rd and 5 now turns into 3rd and make it 6.
Man, a 3rd and 5 turned into a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 1 turns into a 3rd and 6. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop with the confusion right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Been a long week for the VK, man, y'all.
Long week for me, long day today. 3rd and 6. And free time, back to pass, rolls out to the right. Free time will throw it, and almost picked off.
Woo. Sure it was almost picked off. Credit number 8. Greg Melton Jr. with a deflection.
Melton with a nice defensive play, knocking the ball down, almost picking it. Now 4th down.
Looks like they're going to go for this one, too.
Now this one, I'm
I
a
would think
little
they punt
surprised because I'm thinking
I was surprised by the first one, too.
I think the first one was a little closer. This one is a little farther
It wasn't
away.
that much closer.
Well, it wasn't, but still, I think that was 4 down. This one here, you can punt that and go in the end zone. Handoff, Green will try to bounce back to the right, and he's not going to get enough. A big down stop. Livingston will take over on downs. So 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
You talk about Livingston getting momentum and more momentum now. That's 2 4th down stops for Livingston. It's not what you expected, what you wanted for the Frederick Douglass Bobcats.
Very much agreed. So now 1st and 10 for Livingston. And they will start right at their own 48. So Anthony at quarterback. It looks like it is, I think it's Thompson in the backfield with him. Actually, it's Coleman to his left. That's Tyler Coleman. Shotgun formation here, 3 receivers. Anthony back to pass, pump fakes, pressure's coming. He gets away. Anthony will take off, and he'll slide, and it will be a good 8-yard gain.
You talk about something that could go in your favor. It just did not go in your favor. 2 or 3 guys had a chance at the sack for Benjamin Anthony, and they were not able to bring him down.
So it will be now 2nd down and make it 4 to go. And they're right at the Frederick Douglass 41. 3:30 and counting in your first quarter. Livingston looking to try to get another score on the board in the shotgun. The handoff, Coleman, and he's not going to get anything. He's going to get a loss.
There was nowhere to go. Nowhere to go on that one.
Not at all.
Credit the Douglas Bobcats defense on that one.
So 3rd down and 7 to go. Make it 6 to go. Livingston's got to get to the Douglas 37-yard line. And back to pass. Anthony, pressure's coming again. He fumbled, he picked it up. And he's going to go down. Not going to be enough for the 1st down. Only about 2 yards. Right at the Livingston, make it the Douglas 41. It'll be 4th down and 4 to go.
I think Coach Francois might go for this. He went for it early. I think he's going to go for it too.
4th down and 4. Offense still on the field.
Let's see.
2:15 and counting in your first.
They're going.
There's Anthony getting the play in.
Got 8 seconds left. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
They're going to have to call a timeout here with 5. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1. They're not going to get the play off.
They call
So they
timeout.
call a timeout. Timeout for Livingston. That was their first charge timeout of the first half. We'll take it with them. This is the Hash Down Show Game of the Week.
Feeling drained from the constant noise in your daily life? Immerse yourself in pure audio bliss with drums. Experience a world of crystal clear sound, free from distractions. Discover the ultimate relaxation and escape into an oasis of serenity. Grab yours today. drumsworld.com.
All right, then welcome back. Had to make sure we get some things straight here. And offense back on the field here.
It is 4th down. Call it 4 yards to go for the Wolves.
And it's Pierre Eskine, who is the running back. And here we go, shotgun formation. 3 receivers on 4th down, high snap. Anthony pump fakes. Anthony has a lane. Anthony will get the first
what a
down
block.
and more.
What
Great
a block.
on the sideline there. 1st and 10.
Tylen Coleman with a huge block.
What a run there. And you can tell everybody went to the right.
Oh, yeah,
Jared,
well,
and all of a sudden.
they sent a decoy to the right to have the linebacker shift that way. And he fake pumped, and then he went up the middle.
Wow, that's probably one of the best pump fakes we've seen all year. Really is, because I'm like, nothing. Oh, here we go. 1st and 10, and they're right at the 28-yard line. And Anthony hand up. On the play. Let's see. Still loose. And Douglas is
got
going to have the ball. And I'm going to say this. Anthony trying to hand it off to S-kind, and all of a sudden
late.
fumbled it.
Yep.
Huge opportunity dashed right there for Livingston.
Exactly.
On that fumble recovery is number 0, Duran Lewis Jr.
A big-time play for Douglas here. But now, the question is, can Douglas do something with it and hopefully can get on the board?
Well, they need to. They need to respond right now.
Yes.
They're just down 6-0, so there's no need to panic.
Not at all. It's still a lot of time.
And I'd like to know what are the referees discussing. This was a clear fumble recovered by the Bobcats of Frederick Douglass. So what is the discussion now?
We had a lot of, like I say, man, this playoff time, I think we're going to see a lot more of that.
We're going to see one of these different area crews that come in. We're going to see this, but, man, this was.
Wait till we get to the Superdome when instant replay gets to be employed.
Oh, yeah.
Say that again.
Dead ball.
Dead ball.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
On
Livingston. And on.
It's going to be
offset.
offsetting.
1st down. All right, let's get it.
So 1st down, Douglas.
I wish I could just see some flags being thrown.
Yeah. I think we know somebody that we know closely that doesn't like the replay situation anyway.
Who's that?
That's somebody we're not going to discuss right now.
That ain't me, right?
No. Somebody we know closely, but we're not going to say the name.
Very close.
Very close. Well, I'll tell you about it off air at half. Because trust me, when that replay stuff came to the Dome for the championship a couple years ago, he was like, what in the world is stretching the games out?
Well, of course it does, but when you got the technology, you're going to use it, right?
Of course.
All right. Outside
And
blitz coming.
Back to
Oh,
pass. They set the
screen.
screen. They
One
got the
hand
screen.
catch.
And here comes Douglas. And Douglas has the 1st down. Green getting the catch right at the last second.
Tell you what.
And started to roll with it.
It's a good play call for a screen. They caught the blitz coming, ran the screen. Savon Green with the catch. Big time play for the Douglas Bobcats.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And now they're inside No, well, they are at the 42
There you go.
of Livingston.
Great job, my friend. Great job.
Yes, yes. 118 and counting in your first quarter. Shotgun formation there, and 3 receiver sets here. The handoff is Jackson. Jackson is hit up in the backfield, and flags are down. Could be maybe a face mask.
I don't know. Number 8 for Frederick Douglass, Kyron Lewis. He's celebrating, fist pumping, so I don't know what it is. We're about to find out right now.
Personal foul face mask on Livingston.
Good eyes, VK.
I knew it had to be something, especially when they got it. It was a good hit, but I think they must have caught that face mask when he was going down.
Yeah.
15-yard penalty. And now Douglas getting closer and closer to the end zone. Got 1:02 left in the first quarter. First and 10 for the Bobcats right at the Livingston 28. 6-0 is your score for the Wolves. 3 receivers, 2 to the right and 1 to the left in the shotgun. Handoffs Jackson. Jackson is stumped once again. And credit
Rashad
Livingston.
McKendall coming through, making that tackle right there.
That defensive line is right now being ferocious, and they're getting in that backfield. They're not giving anything easy for Douglas. 26 seconds left in your first quarter. Both bands really going at it here.
I love it.
Gotta love it, man. This is playoff football here in New Orleans.
I want them to give us a 5th quarter.
Yes. We'll like that tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't think Douglas will run another play. Actually, they need to because it's a 3-second differential. So 3, and wow, they're going to burn a time.
My goodness.
Wow. Douglas takes their first time out of the first half. And, man, we'll stay with it right here. And, I mean, halftime, we'll talk about recap of the playoffs, the first-round playoffs yesterday. You know, great night indeed. We was at Bell Chase and North Vermilion last night, over in Bell Chase. It was interesting earlier, but Bell Chase dominated on a line of scrimmage, over 450 yards of total offense, including 375 rushing. What a great night for the Bell Chase Cardinals. And also a lot of upsets last night, a lot of big wins. So we're going to discuss more of that at halftime. But we also want to thank Coach McLeod and Coach Devin Francois for agreeing to have us to come here tonight to do this Saturday night edition of the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week.
Definitely, man. We definitely appreciate them giving us opportunity to come here, put a spotlight on their 2 teams.
Very much agreed. The winner of this ball game tonight will be traveling to Thibodeau to take on E.D. White on the road Friday night. 2nd and 12.
Be the last play of this quarter.
And they're right at the Livingston 30. Here's free time, back to pass. Free time, he'll go deep. Left side end zone, incomplete. No flags there, and that is the end of your first quarter, your score. The Livingston Wolves 6, the Douglas Bobcats nothing. We're coming right back. This is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week.
Special edition.
Special edition.
Green Law Firm is a full-service law firm specializing in personal injury, criminal law, successions, and family law. With over 25 years of experience, the Green Law Firm continues to provide efficient, competitive, and effective representation to clients throughout the state of Louisiana and all across the nation. Consultations are free. If you're looking for results, call the Green Law Firm at 504-328-3990. That's 504-328-3990, located at 931 Westwood Drive, Suite B in Marrero, Louisiana. The Green Law Firm.
And welcome back as we start the second quarter here at Pan American Stadium. 6-0 is your score. 6-0 Livingston over the Douglas Bobcats. Something happened or what I missed?
No, nothing. They're going to go in reverse now for the second quarter.
Of course.
So, I saw George doing this, and I was like,
yeah, that's all. Just pointing out that the teams are reversing field now.
This second quarter is brought to you by the Green Law Firm on Westwood Drive in Marrero. the best injury attorneys, civil lawsuits, you name it. Marcus Green will help you out. The Green Law Firm.
There you go. It's third down, fellas.
My God.
Third down here.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. The Bobcats.
Third and 13, maybe.
Third and 12. They have to get to the 18-yard line of Livingston to get the first. And Savon Green in the backfield with free time. 4 receivers this time in the shotgun as we start the second quarter of play. Man in motion. Back to pass, free time. Free time looking. He'll throw middle. Incomplete.
Oh,
he had 2 receivers. He threw it right behind.
Yeah, and a little short. All right, 4th down. I think we know what Coach McLeod's going to do.
Yeah, it is 4-town territory here. 4th and 12.
You're on the plus side of the field. I would imagine you go for it. And if you don't get it, then Livingston, it's not really a pin back. But if you're Douglas, I don't know why you're punting right here. You're going to go for it.
And Douglas has to get on the line. They got 10 on the play clock.
Yeah,
they might wind up burning
They're going to
another
burn another
timeout.
They're going to burn another timeout.
And that's appalling, really, at the playoff level. You know, to see that two plays in a span of 5. The Douglas has had to burn a couple of timeouts. Got to get that cohesiveness and coordination in right.
Yes,
Agreed.
You know.
Timeouts are more valuable in the playoffs than they are in the regular season. Well,
and they both have used 2 timeouts, both of them.
So they each have 1.
Yes.
No matter what the scoreboard says.
So 11:56 up next week on the Hash It Out Show, game of the week for the 2nd week in a row. We will have a double-header playoff week. Thursday night, we will be at Joe Yenny Stadium. It will be the Haynes Yellow Jackets taking on the Estruma Indians. That is going to be a good one. 6 o'clock will be the pregame, and 6:30 for the kickoff. And then on Friday night, we are back here at Pan American Stadium. It will be Lake Charles College Prep taking on the John F. Kennedy Cougars. We'll have that for you. 6:30 pregame. 7 o'clock will be the kickoff.
There you go.
Hash It Out Show game of the week right here on JB the Sports Guys YouTube. Thank you for all your support.
3 more weeks of the Hash It Out Show game of the week, and we'll conclude our 2nd season in the semifinal.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
It is.
4th and 12 coming up here. 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Green in the backfield with free time. Oh, movement up front. Let's see
Man, we got
where it's
everywhere.
going at.
It's either the left tackle for Douglas or it's Livingston encroaching.
It could be a wide receiver for Douglas, too. Let's see what they call.
And all sides on the defense.
Yes.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
About 4th and
7.
4th and 3.
Now 4th and 7. It was 4th and 12, so it's 4th and 7 now with the 5-yard penalty.
You are correct, my friend.
Proving you wrong, Jared.
That's okay.
That's a rarity.
That's a rarity with VK, yes.
Especially when them picks come into play.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just,
Well,
the man that resides in the basement.
Well, whatever. We'll see what happens in the first week, but I might be in the bottom again.
I'll do all
Back
that.
to pass. Free time in the middle. Incomplete. And the ball goes over on down. Livingston will get the ball.
Looked like they wanted pass interference, but I didn't see any pass interference.
And you can see the coaches on the sideline for Douglas. They was like, oh, man, they thought they might have had it, but they didn't.
No.
So Livingston takes over. 1st and 10. And they will start inside. They will start right at their own 25.
Livingston defense holding up very well. I mean, there's times Douglas have drove down the field, but they have made a stand and not allowed any points.
Bend don't break for
right.
Livingston, and they have. And here's the thing about Douglas so far in their possessions: they have not hit to the red zone.
No,
they have not hit to the red zone.
Have not.
So that's big right there. So here we go, 1st and 10 for Livingston, and it will be and Benjamin Anthony at quarterback. Handoff the skin, and a fumble to play. Let's see. Who has it on this one? And Livingston has it back. It'll be 2nd down. That'll be a huge loss.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, wow. Yes. Kylie Stunner. Kaye with the stop, man. That's right.
Man, I mean, he came in there and really caused havoc.
He caused big time havoc, man. We got about a good 2nd and 22, maybe 23.
Yeah, 23. As they're inside, right at the 13, I believe. Yep.
Yes.
At the 13. They got to get to the 35. Handoff. And look at the lane for Scott. And the lane is Scott. It goes and he keeps going out of bounds. What a run for Pierre Escand. 1st and 10.
Well, I mean, that loss didn't mean anything now. The yards he just picked up and then some.
Wow. On a 2nd and 23.
Yeah.
Picks it all up back and then some. And I'm going to tell you this. Credit the offensive line right there on that play for Livingston. That left side was open.
And we got a timeout for Douglas. That's their last timeout of the first half.
Oh, my goodness. And you can tell the demeanor for Douglas. They're a little frustrated here. And you can't have that early in a playoff game like this.
Not at all. You're in the ball game. 6-0.
You're just down 6-0.
That's it.
You know, I can understand a little frustrated because of the fact that things not really going the way you want to go, but you're in the game.
That's correct. You're in the game. 6-0 right now. Anybody ball game. Just stay composed.
Hash It Out
Some
show.
self-control.
Hash It Out show on this Monday, 7:30, and Wednesday, 7:30, on JB the Sports Guys YouTube, and we're on all social media platforms on the Hash It Out show, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're everywhere, and YouTube. Catch us each and every week. We always have great guests and great discussions on our show.
Without a doubt.
You know, shout out to our regular audience that is watching. Shout out to the Douglas people, Francis T. Nichols people that are watching, alumni, and also our Livingston people as well. Orleans Parish, stand up. Here we go. 1st and 10, and they're right at the Livingston 46. High snap. The handoff is Scott. Scott, he's gonna get about only 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, Diddy Scott was trying to get an extra yardage, but man, that ankle was in an ankle lock. He wasn't going nowhere.
Ankle locks right there. You know, I don't know. Is Kurt Angle out there somewhere?
Hey, you know, Kurt Angle, Ken Shamrock, you never know.
You're right about that. And it was actually, let me see, it was 2 yards, and they're at the 48-yard line of Livingston. It'll be 2nd and 8. Livingston got it to get to the Douglas 44 for a first. High snap, and the ball is loose.
He might not get this.
And it is Douglas that will have the football. Oh my goodness! A bad exchange.
And we got a flag on the play.
And I think what happened was, Douglas, they was running to the end zone doing
Douglas
a little
was
too
running
much.
that way. I didn't see anything that Douglas did.
I think they was flipping a little bit right there when they got in the end zone, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but it's that way. But the flag right here, so it had to happen right here in front of us.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering too.
That's a pre-snap flag, y'all, I think.
No, it's not a pre-snap flag. I saw when he threw
it. That was thrown after.
He pointing at
the snap.
somebody though. He's pointing at somebody.
But who?
If he's pointing and calling unsportsmanlike conduct, my problem is this: you're over here. That should not be your call. It is on. Actually, it's on both sides, and it's all set.
All right.
My thing about this is, that's not your call because you're over here. I don't get that. I'm not going to criticize too much. This is the only time you're going to hear from me tonight. But if you're out of the range, can you really see? You might can see the closest thing to you, but you're not about to see all the way 40 yards down the field.
Hold on, Jared.
Yes, sir.
This man is the king of rants on the Hash It Out show, and he's not going to criticize the call?
Look, we
Just
didn't
saying.
got no. You have to understand, we didn't just had a compliment, and sometimes you have to be professional,
Oh, we do.
and that's just what it is. I'm gonna criticize certain things,
I'm glad you said that.
but you gotta. Jared feels what I'm coming from with this. You see, back to pass, free time, going deep to the left, incomplete. I don't know where he was throwing it to.
That wasn't even close to anybody.
Not at all.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
Back in the live action here. It's 10:43. Sorry about the dead air for a second.
I just wanted to say, I see a John Eric Great standing on the sideline of the football field, the head coach of the Frederick Douglass basketball team, the one and only Curry Forges.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely. One of my guys I used to coach back in the day myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of my success, me and my brother, success stories from Johnny Jacobs. Back to pass, outside Green, and he's gonna take a little bit of a loss there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure there's a certain team that lives in his head rent-free. I'm not going to say who that team is, you know, but just saying you go back to the 2001 semifinals basketball in the Cajun Dome, that overtime loss they got, just saying.
But at the same time, there was proud moments, especially what he did against Iowa in the NCAA tournament still.
Oh, without a doubt.
Forget that moment.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I won't forget that moment either.
One of the proudest moments of my life, man.
Look, man, that squad he had with D. Brown and Derek Burdett, that's the squad over there, John Eric, man.
Very much agreed. So 3rd and 11, and there goes free time. Who has a lane? Free time. Turn it over to the outside. Free time. It'll be 1st and goal. And inside the 4-yard line.
All right, look like he's down at the right at the 4. Look like it. So
4-yard line. Yeah, right at the 4. 1st and goal. Good run by Arthur Free Time.
Definitely was a great run by Arthur Free Time. Great vision as well.
And you can see the way he runs. You know, you can take a lot of free time there, especially when you have a lane.
How much free time you need to get to that lane, though?
Well, you can get a lot of leeway when you get a nice little shake there. That's just what it is. 1st and goal inside, right at the 4-yard line, and Green, he'll bounce to the outside. Green, touchdown for Frederick Douglass. 4-yard touchdown for Savon Green. And Douglass on the board, tied at 6.
There you have it right there. Douglass has tied this ball game up, 6-6. 2 turnovers from Livingston is what got Douglass back in this ball game.
And speaking of
2 fumbles.
And speaking of a legend up in here, talking about basketball coach, we see the head coach of the Edna Carr Cougars, Taurus Howard, also the defensive coordinator for Edna Carr, in the building in here tonight.
Without a doubt, Coach Taurus Howard in the building. Got a game against them Huntington Raiders next week.
Prep basketball about to jump off next week. Cannot wait for that. My first game as well. High snap, and here's Green on the 2-point conversion. Let's see the surge.
No, he did not get it.
Oh, he's short.
Just that much short.
Very close right there. 9:19 left in your first half. We are tied at 6 apiece between Frederick Douglass and Livingston. We're coming right back. This is the Hash Hour Show Game of the Week.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
And welcome back. 6-6 tie ball game in this first round of the LHSA playoffs. The only game of the night, closing out the first round. Right in Division 2 select. As the head coach, Corey McLeod, getting his whole team together. Same thing.
Both
on
teams
the
are doing
side.
the same thing.
Looks like maybe the officials might have had talked to both teams. Things about to get a little more tighter here.
That's the only thing I can assume. The officials are telling them now to calm down with the extracurricular stuff. That's the only thing I can assume.
That's what it's got to be, especially if both coaches, both teams talking to these teams like this in huddles. So it's definitely this officiating crew is not having it, and they're like, stop it, or somebody's gonna get in trouble or hurt. So it's gonna. And I give credit to that officiating crew, the fact sometimes you have to take charge if things, you don't want to get things to get out of control.
Of course. But now they're going to start calling things a little bit more tight.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about with Kerwin, but I see what you're talking about now with that. But regardless of the fact, that was a great team. I think Eric could have won the whole thing there. I remember they got screwed a couple years before. Brandon Vincent was a senior, a very loaded team, and That's when the power rankings after that year, the birth came right after that season.
Yeah.
And we will not discuss that year any further either because we know our famous alumni up here, so we're going to leave that alone. But we'll have a discussion like that one day. Trust me, I have something for him, but we'll let that go. Kick off and we get it going.
You can have whatever you want. You ain't going to win.
Oh, I'm going to win.
No, you're not.
Oh, I will. I know I will.
George, will he win?
No. See, George, you're doubting me, but I know I will win. Trust me. I have sources.
You can have all the sources you want.
But I know what you're gonna claim, and I respect that. I know you do. No, seriously, I respect what you claim. Okay.
I'm gonna claim.
But at the same time, I just can't agree. That's all it is.
You ain't gotta
and we're gonna let that go.
You ain't gotta agree.
That's right. We just respect each other's opinions.
You ain't gotta
let
agree.
that go.
You ain't gotta agree.
That's it.
You're gonna see about University High Monday. What happens with them?
That's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
We had a flag on the play.
Flag is down. Yes. So let's get the call.
Personal foul again. On
Livingston this time.
So they're going to start calling things even tighter now.
The officiating crew did say, we are going to get a little tighter here.
Yep.
We got 9:19 left in your first half. Interesting ball game. Some entertainment. Some moments.
Yep.
Probably we'll have a lot more coming up. I think we will have a lot more, knowing these two teams. Livingston backed up all the way at the 10-yard line. At their own 10.
Yeah, George, LSU's losing 27-16.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
disgraceful.
Well.
Is the watch on for BK? Is the watch on? That's the question.
And guess what? If Florida holds on,
They are
somebody.
2:26 to go, BK. It's done.
Oh, somebody has their job saved.
He had
I
to save
think
his
so.
last week. They said they were keeping him.
No, but I'm saying, they might have said that, but sometimes that changes. 1st and 10, handoff, and it's Scott going to Scott going to the
Diddy Scott,
sideline.
yeah, good
Diddy
run.
Scott with a nice run.
Good run for Diddy Scott. Alfred Diddy Scott.
But see, with the victory now, that is really officially done, especially with a win against LSU. That is done.
Totally unrelated. I'm going to make y'all guess this because I don't know if y'all looked. Jared, I hope you didn't. But if you did, don't say nothing. VK. How many households ordered the fight on Netflix last night?
Well, we go 2nd and 4. We'll tell you about that in a minute. Out of bounds. And that is...
That's
I think that was
Odom. Tackle.
Odom with the tackle. I think Scott with the run.
Scott with the run again.
And out of bounds. A flag was down. That was right after the play was over.
What's the answer? How many households ordered?
Oh, you don't know? Take a guess.
Well, I'm going to take a guess.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say about 1.5 million.
Well, you are so off. 60 million.
Oh,
60
million pay-per-view buys.
Watch that
record.
Nonsense last night.
That's a world record. National and world record.
Well, whatever it may be.
I don't know if the world record or not, but I know.
Pigeons
I
were
just
flying
had to click on Netflix and click Watch Live, and I saw the horrible display of the freezing and the buffering that they had the whole time.
You know what got me?
Oh,
Antonio
so
Brown.
you wasn't the only one.
Oh no! It was,
I seen it at the party.
Man,
I seen it at the
it's
party
horrible.
last night.
I went on Antonio Brown's Twitter page and watched the fight because apparently he was there and he had his phone facing the big screen.
Wow.
Thank you, Antonio Brown. Do his little dance for him.
1st and 10. Then they throw it out. Good screen, good catch. Positive yards right there for Livingston as Fulton with the catch and run. I'm going to say Thompson. That was Davion Thompson with the run.
It was the same play that Thompson scored on the screen. But the Bobcats and Frederick Douglass were much more ready this time and only allowed 4 yards on the play.
So now 2nd and 6. Wolves gotta get to the 48. Handoff and it's stuck in the backfield.
Man.
And credit Washington making the play.
And Kylie Collier.
Kylie Collier
back there too.
Gets back there, and also Owen Hartford, number 99. So that was Scott with the run, and now Scond in for Livingston. We're coming up to 8 minutes left in your first half. 3rd and 8 to go. Livingston got to get to their own 47. And back to pass. It's gone. That could be behind a line of scrimmage. No, incomplete.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass.
It was forward. Incomplete pass. Good stop from the Douglas Bobcats on that play. And Livingston's going to punt. Be their second punt of the game.
Livingston will punt the ball. And Jose Pastor will punt it. Correction. It looks like it's Jaheim Harley that will punt it. I thought it was a 15. I see a 19. So it's Harley will be punting. Kevin Jackson waiting to return. And they got to hurry with 1 second. They're probably going to go ahead and take the delay of game.
No, they reset it.
They resetting it?
No,
Okay.
no, we got a flag down. Yeah, they're gonna take the delay of game on this one.
And you see that both these squads is going a lot of players going both ways for both Douglas and for Livingston. And they'll move them back 5. Now they're at the Livingston 34. Jose passed them and say correction on that one.
Oh,
a little movement early. Oh, man, this is not good. Let's see what flag is on. And all sides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. So I guess they're right back at the line, the original line. No, they're a little bit up from the original line. Now they're at the 39 of Livingston. They got to get to the 47, but they will still punt it. Pastor back to punt. Johnson waiting for the return. High snap. Rush coming, he gets it off.
Good kick.
Good kick there. It will take a Livingston roll. And Douglas will start inside, right at the 31. We're coming right back right here on the Hash Out Show Game Week Saturday edition.
All right, folks, as we kick off tonight's football game, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important as a winning playbook, your financial future. Kaylin Parker, a financial advisor with Magnolia Wealth Strategies, is here to help you stay financially fit off the field. From retirement and estate planning to investment management and even insurance needs, Kaylin Parker is here to help you. Reach out to Kaylin at 504-613-2161 or at cparker@financialguide.com.
Welcome back. We're at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. And that is Green with a nice carry. And they're at the 38-yard line of the Bobcats.
That's a good run right there. Good about 6-7 yards in that run.
7 yards on the gain. It will be, make it 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Bobcats has to get to their own 42 to continue to drive. 7:09 and counting in your first half. Shotgun formation, man in motion. And it's Green again. Green to the right side. Green shakes, bakes. Let's see.
About a yard shy.
About a yard short. And they're inside the Bobcats 41. It'll be 3rd and 1.
They were expecting to run the ball again. No need to throw a pass.
And trying to keep.
Running game been successful.
Yes. Very successful. Getting 3-4 yards a pop.
Yeah.
3rd and 1. You got 3 receivers in the shotgun. Free time. The handoff. And here is out of bounds, a 1st down for Douglas. And a good run.
Tell you what, Green, that's not Green. That was Zyron Washington.
Zyron Washington with that run.
Tell you what, his vision is very, very good, man.
So you mix it between Washington, Green, Tate, and also Jackson.
Yeah, you got a good little mixture. Good little mixture.
6:18 left in your first half, 1st and 10. at the Douglas 48. Shotgun formation, 4 receiver sets. Green with the handoff. Green, he's gonna get no gain on the play. Probably get a yard, just barely a yard. Right inside, right at the 49 of Douglas.
And Orvin Hartford with the tackle, big number 99. Getting in there, making a play.
Under 6 minutes left in your first half. 2nd and 9. Douglas got to get to the 42 and back to pass. They throw the screen, and that is going to be a big loss right there as they try to get it to Jackson. What a play by the defense of the Wolves, and that is Greg Melton with a big stop.
Yeah, Greg Melton, definitely.
5:25 now, 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 at the Douglas 43-yard line. They got to get to the Livingston 42 for a first down. Shotgun formation, 4 receivers this time. Free time, back to pass. Free time looking. He's going to the right side. Free time, and he's going to go out of bounds. He'll be short of the first.
Yeah, be about 6 yards short, but I kind of got a feeling Coach McLeod is going to go for this.
We're at 4:58 left in your first half. This would be a real good time to punt a team deep here. The offense stays on the field. 4th down and make it 6 to go. Bobcats got to get to the Livingston 42. 1 timeout left, and they got to hurry with 10. 4 receivers. Free time, back to pass. Free time, sideline, and that is incomplete.
He took it from the other receiver.
And it was two receivers in the same area. Oh my goodness. Miscommunication there for the Bobcats. Ball goes over to Livingston.
Wow. Not what you wanted from Coach McLeod right there. Not at all. Not at all.
And you're wondering right there if one of the receivers got into the area, that's a first down. It was wide open.
Somebody
but 2 in the same area.
Yeah, somebody had to run the wrong route. Had to.
1st and 10 for Livingston at their own 48-yard line. Tied at 6 apiece, 4:54 left in your first half. And Anthony back at quarterback, Benjamin Anthony. On 1st and 10, a handoff, Scott. And Scott's going to get
he barely got
a yard, barely. Right at the 49-yard line.
Credit that Frederick Douglas defense right now, especially that D-line, getting some pressure, making it hard for them to run. As of right now, because we know we've seen Alfred Scott break some big runs in this game.
2nd and 9.
2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Wolves got to get to the Bobcats. 42 for a first down. 3 receivers this time, all to the right side in the shotgun. Scott in the backfield. High snap, and Anthony. And he takes away. He ripped the ball out of his hands. My goodness. 1st and 10 for Douglas.
Wow.
What a play by Vito Odom.
I told you earlier who was going to make the play defensively for whose team. I said Vito Odom was one of them, and you seen it with tackles for losses and this strip sack just now. Vito Odom.
And you have to think Anthony kind of fumbled it. He got it, but then Odom just ripped the ball out and took the ball. He almost pulled a George Teague, you can say, 1993.
Yeah, you can say that.
If you remember Miami in Alabama, that was an awesome night that night.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10. And free time, back to pass. He'll throw it over the card. Good catch. Jackson breaks it. It's a touchdown. Anthony. And then it's free time. Off the free time. To Kenny Jackson for 35 yards.
What a play. What a play. Breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, gets the touchdown, but we do have a flag. I think the touchdown will stand.
That
Something
was
happened
after
in
the play.
end zone.
That's definitely after the play was over. And I ain't gonna lie, free time had to be kind of careful too. But I know that flag was in the end zone. You can celebrate, but don't go overboard with it. The officials are getting tighter.
Oh, yeah. Bobcats with unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep. Kevin Jackson with the good catch. He was wide open, and he broke 2 tackles and got in the end zone.
Yep.
Two-point conversion coming up here. Green in the backfield with free time. And off the free time will keep. Left side to Serge. Let's see, did he get in?
No.
Short. Short on the 2-point conversion. He had a hole for a second, but then it closed up. 3:59 left in the first half. 12-6. Douglas over Livingston. We're coming right back. This is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week. Green Law Firm is a full-service law firm specializing in personal injury, criminal law, successions, and family law. With over 25 years of experience, the Green Law Firm continues to provide efficient, competitive, and effective representation to clients throughout the state of Louisiana and all across the nation. Consultations are free. If you're looking for results, call the Green Law Firm at 504-328-3990. That's 504-328-3990, located at 931 Westwood Drive, Suite B in Marrero, Louisiana. The Green Law Firm. We might do. Here we go, and we're back. Under 4 minutes left in your first half. 3:59 exactly. 12-6. 6-point lead for Frederick Douglass.
Turnovers have really ruled the roost here.
Yeah.
As the game has progressed. Livingston's got to take better care of the football if they're going to stay and win this game.
Very much agreed.
They've been so careless with their clock usage and their ball possession.
Douglas will be kicking off. Malachi Caro will kick off for the Bobcats as they move them back on the penalty. I think we might have to run the interview again, possibly for halftime, the way it's looking, because I don't know if the Douglas band will perform at halftime or not, but we'll see.
Look, our audience wants to continue to see the show, right? They want to see the football game. So, yes, we're going to run the pregame music one more time.
Coming up on the Bayou Audio and Video halftime. Man, we didn't have a long week, all of us. Trying week, tiring week. I think I'm gonna get a lot of rest tomorrow. That's the goal tomorrow.
There you go, brother.
Because next week is gonna get hectic again.
And watch Jameis Winston light up the Saints.
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes, and the kickoff, and a nice kickoff. Livingston's got to pick it up. They pick it up at the 34.
That Vito
And
Odom
a
again.
good tackle, Vito Odom.
There's that guy again, Jared.
There's that guy again.
There's that man again,
Yeah,
Jared.
yeah.
Vito Odom.
I told you.
And I wouldn't be surprised below us. I think that's Vito's family. I wouldn't be surprised that might be his mom. You see the jersey right there. Because she took a look at us when he made that play, made that strip.
You know, she's taking a look at us to make sure y'all better get it right up there. That's what she was looking at, all right? Making you show. We got it right, Miss Odom. We got it right.
You better call my baby's name.
We got it right, trust me.
And moms,
we don't want no trouble.
especially mothers, they take that very, very seriously.
Mother's Day. That's
They do it in 2 occasions, at games and at graduation. I want to hear my baby's name. 1st and 10. And oh, goodness gracious! What a stuff! And that's 48 for Douglas.
Jamarin Patterson.
Woo! Patterson just went through like a knife with butter. Just boom, right there.
Man, and the crowd, they getting up. They getting loud over here for Douglas right now. They getting up. They showed up, George.
They showed up. Yes, they showed up. Peppers.
you got Mr. 1008 Cole. He getting the crowd involved.
Gotta love it.
Yes.
It's Saturday night.
2nd and 13. Make it 2nd and 14 here in a shotgun formation. High
We're
snap
gonna have again.
But
But they threw the whistle.
Flags are down. Coach McLeod's pointing to the other direction on that flag. And Douglas' confidence is starting to really bloom now.
It's up there now, buddy. With momentum on that side.
6-point lead for the Bobcats as they're trying to look for their first playoff win since 1993. Officials discussing conference call once again. I think they should have a little thing on the betting app, over-unders on conferences. If you had three over under, yeah, you take the over. Take the over on conferences. You'll see a lot of that. And then we are gonna be on here all the way to the state semifinals. We thank everybody so much for joining us, for supporting us all season long, from game 1 to right now, week 11.
Here we go.
And here we go. There was no flag. They picked it up.
It took 2 minutes to y'all to discuss it was not a flag, right? All right. Moving on.
And that rant was brought to you by Boyd's ATA Academy.
No, it wasn't.
Hey, I'm plugging your place, dude. That's just what it is.
You plugging it, but you plugging it. Carry on.
It's not a wrong tone. So here we go. 4 receivers set on second and make it 14. Handoff, and it bounces off, but still another loss.
Man, Diddy Scott, man, strong, broke some tackles, was fighting for the extra yard, but at the end, Mr. Patterson again, number 48, comes up and lays the blow.
And also Washington adding on with that tackle. Washington has been a factor so far in this first half for Douglas. 2:30 left in your first half. Third down and a critical one. 3rd and 19. 3rd and 19 for, make it 3rd and 16.
I expect Douglas to play a little zone defense right here.
They got to get to the 49. And back to pass Anthony. Pressure coming. It's going to go down.
Odom again.
And Odom. Goodness gracious. They're going to have to put 2 people on him. Because Vito Odom, he's a monster.
Odom is causing havoc as we speak right now at this game.
4th down. Punt team coming out for Livingston with 1:49 counting in the first half. Kevin Jackson waiting to return as Jose Pastor out to punt. And 1 second left, and Livingston looks like they're going to take the delay game.
I think they reset it, VK. Yeah, they reset the play clock. Here we go.
Vance Reed now, and they get the ball off. And Livingston will down it. Frederick Douglass will start right at their own 39.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't know that they was going to take the delay. You said they reset it.
I know you. I had you covered. I was ready.
Yeah,
I was ready to play by
that.
play for you. I was ready.
I'm glad you picked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm looking at one way and I was looking at another, and, you know.
We got 1:08 left on the clock.
And 1 timeout left. I think it's 1 timeout left.
1 timeout for Livingston.
And 1 timeout for.
No, Douglas is out.
Douglas out of timeouts.
Yeah.
Douglas out of timeouts. So let's
Here in the
see
second quarter.
if they're going to try and get down this field or probably maybe just run clock. Because Douglas does get the ball start the second half.
I think they're going to try to score.
3 receivers.
If they got to do
make
a
it
stop
4
clock.
receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right.
If they got to do a stop clock, I'll get out of bounds.
And off the free time, back to pass. Free time set. Oh, picked off! Here comes Livingston. Livingston got blocks in front, and they're going to go to the end zone. Touchdown for Livingston! My goodness! And that is Luis Morantz.
Luis Morantz with the pick six. And the thing is, it wasn't a bad play call from Douglas because the blitz came. Just a bad throw.
Bad throw right there. Morant stayed right there on the read and made the play. That was I believe if he got it from the 29 or 30, that's a 30-yard pick six for Livingston as they tie the game at 12.
Wow, man, just to have momentum swing on you in the last 1 minute and 8 seconds, just like that. Oh, man.
Wow. Wild play indeed.
We got some people watching our stream in the stands.
And people just saying that they're disappointed on that play right there. Extra point coming up here. And it will be Ramirez for the extra point. Snap down. Kick is blocked. And we're tied at 12. Wow. We got a wild ball game here. 57 seconds left in your first half. We're tied at 12.
What's really unbelievable at this juncture, Livingston looked like a dead team walking. I mean, they had no confidence, no identity offensively until their defense rescues them now, and now we're break even at 12.
Maurice Morantz
gets the pick six.
Gets the pick six from 30 yards.
Yes, sir.
I mean, wow.
That's a rescue play.
Quick.
Yeah, just like that.
And man, I tell you, I think you're right, Jared. The pass was not there at all.
Just a bad pass. That's all it was.
I don't know what Freeman had in mind when he threw that ball. I mean, I didn't see what he was looking at.
I don't know what he was looking at. The play call was good because they did send a blitz.
Right.
The play call was good.
I don't think he was convinced
He
of
just
when he
threw
was
a bad
going with the
pass.
ball.
He just didn't throw it as high as he can, because I think the play before that, when they got that screen, he threw that high, and the running back got it and got the yards.
No, he just said here.
He just said here.
That was it. It was just a bad pass.
That's my football. That's what happened.
And Jose Pastor will kick it off for
Entertaining first half.
the Wolves here. Yes, very entertaining. Like we said, we're going to see some more entertainment, and we're seeing it now.
Also game of the week, living up to its billing.
Special edition.
Special edition tonight.
Playoff edition, baby.
Here we go. And a good kick by
That's
Passy.
a real
Kicks
good
it
kick.
deep. They'll take it from the 10, and it's Jackson. Jackson, and a good tackle there for Livingston, and it'll be first and 10.
I got to interject. If you're Douglas now, you don't have a timeout. Go to the locker room because you just took a body blow. Take a knee in the first half. Do not fool around and try anything.
Yeah,
take a knee. Go to the locker room. Livingston, you got the momentum. But if you're Douglas, you could tail that and you take the knee here.
Yeah, and then Douglas does get the ball back and start the second half.
Yeah,
so it would be the best thing to do, because last possession, seeing what happened, even with the lead.
Yeah.
So let's see what the Bobcats do as they start at their own 25.
I think they got to run 2 plays or 1? No, 2.
About at least 2.
I don't think they're taking a knee, fellas.
That's crazy.
Well, off the free time and Green in the backfield. Let's see what happens.
So Livingston in the cover 2.
And here's free time back to pass. They send up to Jackson, which was a low pass incomplete.
Livingston has no timeouts, right?
Livingston has 1. Douglas is out.
I'd use it after the third down. If Douglas is showing me pass on these first 2, after the third down, I'm using that third timeout. Because then I've got the clock and I've got good field position maybe to get something.
Agreed.
That's crazy.
Second and 10.
Wow.
And I was thinking at first that they wasn't going to pass. I'm thinking they're going to maybe run a draw and start running clock.
Do you know Freeman started this game
free time.
3 for 4. He's missed his last 9 passes.
Free time. This is not, yes. And they go to Green. He's stacked up.
That 99 again?
Yep.
Orvin Hartford. Nope, 60.
They called their last time out right here in Livingston. Clock stop.
Yep, clock does stop. It'll be third down. Wow.
But they've used it now because that was a run play.
All right. Now that's the last time out. If I'm Douglas, kneel this ball out. They can't stop the clock anymore.
Exactly.
Kneel it and go into halftime.
You haven't gone anywhere in the first 2 plays, so take a knee. And it's not saying to quit. That's not. It's
no.
It's a situational awareness.
Yeah.
If you're Douglas,
it is.
You just had a backbreaker, a body blow with the pick 6. Go to the locker room. Reset.
Probably gonna run the ball and just go from there.
Yeah, but at that, even if you run it, Livingston can't stop the clock, so
Yeah.
you're gonna go to the locker room anyway. So run a play. Maybe you get lucky and break one. Who knows? Maybe.
Right here, Pan American Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. V.K. Jones, George Peppers, and Jared J.B. Boyd, the three-man weave tonight.
All the way to the playoffs.
All the way to the semifinals. Mr. Boyd, are we going to have you for both nights next week?
Thursday for sure. You got me Thursday for sure.
Y'all got LaRonja Friday night. I see you coming with us.
Well, hey, I'm not overlooking LaRonja, but
I would.
More than likely Friday I'll be there.
Yeah.
But Thursday for sure I'm there. Friday is more than likely.
They dominated County Discovery last night, 60-7.
Yeah.
In a 16-17 game, finishing with a 53-point margin. Couple of teen games, teen seed games that were close in seed, turned into absolute lender. As we if we're going to talk about it, the team I'll give props to, Booker T. Washington. What they did last night.
Back to pass, and it is Jackson. He does have a block, but there's going to be a block in the back, and Jackson will keep going, and that will be all for naught.
Yep, because it's coming back.
That's coming back because there was a block in the back. Right there. Livingston kind of unfortunate. It was close to a horse collar, but he didn't get that. But
they're going to get the block in the back, though. At least
they are going to get the block in the back.
They will.
We got an injury.
Yeah. Okay. That's in the.
That's I think a Livingston player.
Over here. Yes.
It's right here on the near side. There he is.
No, it's over here. He's up.
And that is number 8 for Livingston. And that's Greg Milton. Milton coming off the field on his own power. .26 seconds left in your first half.
Gonna tease you guys with something as we do our week regional round picks next week on the Hash Out Show. I've got a couple of big upsets waiting for you guys next week.
Ooh, I bet you do.
I bet you do.
One of them I bet Jared will agree with me on, and VK. I think both of y'all are gonna agree with me on one of them. I don't know about the other one. The other one is courtesy of my little brother Emmanuel. He is touting his team.
We talked about that one.
Exactly. But that means to you guys out there in the audience, stay tuned.
Tune in Monday.
Are we doing the picks Monday or Wednesday?
Monday.
Monday night. Okay,
yes.
That works for me.
And let me know if you need whatever guests you're thinking.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I got you.
It'll be 3rd and long with that block in the back as they're right at the 15-yard line. They're going to take the knee. And they will.
That's going to do it.
That is going to do it here. That will be the end of the first half. Your score, the Livingston Wolves 12, the Frederick Douglass Bobcats 12. We're going to take a time out. We'll come back with the Bayou audio and video halftime with some interviews with the head coaches, Devon Francois of Livingston and also Corey McLeod of Douglas. This is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week, Saturday edition, right here on JB the Sports Guys YouTube.
At Bayou AV Security, we are your one-stop shop for all your needs, whether it's enhancing your home entertainment system, securing your property, ensuring a seamless internet connection, or illuminating your outdoor spaces. We've got you covered. Bayou AV Security, where technology meets reliability. Call us today to experience the Bayou difference.
Well, this is the time of year that everybody's been waiting for. Is the LHSAA football playoffs in week number 1, round 1, and we're getting things going. 2 big games on the Hash It Out Show game of the week, and we are in our second game, night number 2, between the Livingston Collegiate Wolves and the Douglas Bobcats. We're here with the head coach of the Livingston Wolves, Devon Francois. How you doing, Coach?
How you doing, VK? Happy to be here.
Absolutely, man. A lot of progress with your team this year. A lot of improvements with this Wolves team. Got some huge wins on your schedule and everything. And Coach, it looked like you felt like in the beginning of the season that this team could make a big comeback after a lean year last year.
Yeah, definitely. We started off strong. We ran into some adversity mid-season as we roll into district. Really a lot of injuries. We had a young quarterback, Courtney, Tennessee, that we was trying to propel and let him take the leadership. But he was just learning as the season went on, and now we have Benjamin Anthony back that's going to be leading the charge at quarterback. So we're excited about getting healthy at the right time.
Very much agreed. Y'all came from a very, very tough district in itself and everything, but also you had some interesting like non-district ball games that you got some big wins on the schedule. Probably one of the biggest wins maybe in your school's history against a very good South Plaquemines team early in the season. And it seemed like your team continuing to improve each and every week.
Yeah, Coach Lyles does a great job at South Plaque. It was great to have those guys come here. They have been battle tested, and we knew they have a great program. So it was good to see us go against those guys. We had that game. We had the Culver game, which was back to back. So it was amazing to see how our kids respond in those tough, adverse situations. And hopefully, we have a good group of seniors that we have been pushing and trying to make sure that they take on the responsibility of leadership on this team. And we're looking forward to what's going to happen in these playoffs.
Well, tell us a little bit about your players besides your quarterback and everything that's really helping things out and getting the Wolves going.
Yeah, it all started with our run game. Did Alfred Scott, amazing player we've been having for 3 years, and we just getting Pierre Eskendi back. Eskin back. He got hurt mid-season, so we happy to have our running attack healthy and full and back at full strength. And we have Davion Thompson leading the charge, number 4 at receiver, and then we have Tylen Coleman, who have had a breakout season this year and just amazing on the offensive end. Those guys up front, for as the O-line, they never get enough credit, but they're doing a lot of the dirty work. And we have Tyron Grisham leading that charge. Defensively, Dion Griffin, big guy, number 7. I think he's one of the most underrated DNs in the state. But he's going to be a D1 kid. We have Eric Chop Gooden, that linebacker. He's very familiar throughout the state and the city. So, and we have a junior, Greg Milton, that's leading the charge in the secondary. So, we have a lot of mature kids that's been in the system now. And like I said, we have been faced with some adversity. And, I think that's what builds character. And we're excited to see what happens in this first round of the playoffs. We have a mentality, want to know every week, when to go home. So I'm excited to see how we're going to put it together and, what happens moving forward.
Absolutely, a very good, improved, quick defense offensively. It's basically spread, but you always emphasize the run a lot with that type of offense that you have and everything. But I know you're going to really need the type of offense against a very interesting and good Douglas Ball Club, a rematch of 2 years ago, and now they're the home team this time. How has practice been this week? And on top of that, what's been the approach going to the Douglas game?
We locked in. I think when you think about just the city schools, it's really not a home field advantage in my opinion because all of us share these stadiums. So it's just about being focused. Like I said, having that 1-0 mentality. Our kids are locked in. 2 very familiar programs. The last 2 years we played them 3 times. And we've been fortunate to be on the winning side of it. But, those kids over there at Douglas are hungry. Coach McCrowd are going to have those guys ready to play. And, we're just making sure that they don't take it lightly and understanding all of the goals are still there for us. We got to, like I say, 1 week at a time. But our kids are extremely focused and our kids are extremely focused and doing all the little things right to make sure that we're successful come Saturday night.
Do you think it's really good that both of your teams are playing on a Saturday to have kind of a full week of preparation for this game?
Yeah, it was definitely good on our end. Our last game against De La Salle was Thursday, and like I said, we was banged up, so we was able to use this time frame to get healthy, and to also game plan and make sure that our kids understand exactly what we want to do. And now, it's all up to them to go out there and execute at a high level.
Looking at things, especially with the Saturday game at 5 and everything, at a very, very good matchup, could go down to the wire. If you guys get the win coming up against Douglas, what would it mean to your team more than anything else, especially how the school has been continuing to make progress over in the New Orleans East?
Yeah, I think it's going to be huge again. It's always great to make the playoffs. Not many teams, there's not many teams in this predicament, so we're not taking it lightly. And we want to go out here and execute, and it's going to be big for the program. But again, right now, the last 2 years we've been getting to the second round and trying to get over that hump. But we got, like I say, we got to take it week by week. So it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. Nothing matter that happens previously or in the past. Right now, like I said, everyone is 0-0, and we got to get over this hump.
Very much agreed. And if you win, you might be on the road or you might be hosting. Crazy things do happen in the playoffs, but most likely you will have to go on the road if you win.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of the fact, we appreciate that you guys and Douglas agreed to have both of your teams on for the Hash It Out Show game of the week to give a big shine to New Orleans public and charter schools to put a good show online for us and show the great talents and the great schools of New Orleans.
Yeah, I always say, I definitely appreciate what you all do over there at the Hash It Out Show. It's not just local, you all travel to Shreveport or whatever the case may be to have a game of the week, and it's just great to have local guys that shine a light on the state of Louisiana and showing the world what type of talent we have here, but what type of character we have as well. Like we have great coaches in the city and great talent as well. So I appreciate you all for doing that.
What can you say about your team going into the playoffs? 7-2, won the first 5 games of the season, great record, hosting a home playoff game. What can you say about your team?
Man, it's senior led, man. That's the biggest thing, man. The seniors, they really a lot of these seniors been around for 4 years, and so they kind of took the bull by the horns, and they do a lot of the stuff, and they do a lot of the legwork for me, and keep the younger guys in line, and then we got some younger guys behind them, the juniors who've been around for 3 years. So, after getting our footing after COVID, and I don't know if y'all guys knew, but for Hurricane Ida, our school got really messed up, and we had to relocate for a little while. So between Ida and COVID, this class is really one of our first class that was able to come through without any interruptions. So it's kind of the program is really just turned around in the process. You're starting to see the process spill over to the game field.
Being a head coach, you're not only coaching kids and trying to win games, but you also are developing young men to be successful once they go out into the real world. What are things that you do that can get these kids to believe and trust in you?
First thing I do is I surround them with my coaching staff. I surround them with a bunch of other solid men like myself. And in order to coach for me, I let coaches know that these kids, they have a lot of people already. They see a lot of men walking in and out of their lives already. So you got to be consistent and you got to be dedicated to this. And I don't care how much money you make. Brian Kelly makes almost $10 million a year. He's still underpaid. So it's not about the money. It got to be a calling for you. So, and I feel like in with the things we have going on in this community, everyone kind of has their own lane that they need to, push their agenda. And my lane is, servicing these youth right now and making sure I put them in the best position to be successful and move on to the next level. And I try to we have a lot of speakers that come into our program, but a lot of times it's not. I coached a lot of guys who playing professional ball or who played D1 ball, but I also went to school. I was fortunate enough to go to McDonald 35 back in the days when it was a magnet school, and at Nicholls State University. So I have a lot of friends that in the private sector, in the professional sector, and I get those guys to come in and speak some words of encouragement to these guys and let them know that they walked in these shoes. They were a public school, New Orleans inner city athlete, and they found a way out. And whatever your lane is, we try to make that work. And it coincides with our school because Douglas is very diverse. We have a bunch of programs and pathways for kids. They could get welding degrees. I have a couple of my players graduated 2 years ago. They're making over $30 an hour welding on the river right now. We get kids, they graduate, they get them their TWIC card when they leave. We get kids with ambulance, carpentry, a bunch of different pathways, and of course the hair and cosmetology, that aspect as well. But we also have the Boyd Early College program, which kids graduate with an associate's degree from our school. So kind of my mission aligns with the school. And, in order to be successful, you have to have alignment from the top to the bottom.
Your story. It sounds like two other coaches with the same exact story. Sounds like David Johnson had a similar story.
Another Nicholls State guy.
Yeah, another Nicholls State guy. And then also Tony Hall had a similar story as well. He actually studied like what studying under NASA under
NASA, right.
Yeah, he was studying under that, and all of a sudden he got into coaching. It seems like it's amazing that it seems like God gives you one gift, but then all of a sudden you realize, okay, you have more of a calling than anything else.
Correct.
So it might be a time that you have to, come out there. So I guess it was something special for you to just felt like, maybe I need to give my time to try to really help kids along the way and try to put them in a position of success.
Yeah, and it was, I had to really make some sacrifices because going from working in the finance department in a law firm on Magazine Street to being a paraprofessional and a coach at Sarah T. Reed, that was a financial adjustment. Thank God I was in my 20s. The guys you mentioned, Tony Hall and Dave and Jabbar, those guys they underestimate those guys. Really are like a brotherhood, and they try to bring people along. Because I never forget when I was at 35 as an assistant, and Coach Reese was the first one who told me my last year working there. I didn't know it was gonna be my last year, but he said, "Coach, I see it in you. You need to lead your own program." And he started like just making me help. Like when the people would come to sell the T-shirts and he would be buying the gear, or the guy would come to recondition the helmet, he would call me out of class or call me from upstairs to come sit in the meetings with him. And then when the job came open, it was Kip Renaissance at the time, and I interviewed a couple of times. And then, it got in the wind that I probably was going to be the guy. The AFCA coaching convention came up, and Dave, Jabbar, I never forget, Dave, Jabbar, Tony Hall, Quan Drake, them guys like came and got me one night and was like, "Come on, let's go." And he was like, "Look, you about to have your own program. Tell us what your plan is." And I told them what my plan was, and they were like, "Look, stick to your plan, and any help you need along the way, we got you." And anything I called and asked them about it, they've been on point with it. So those guys, and I look to do the same with the younger guys that's coming up under me. I'm the same way. I'm very approachable.
What's going on, folks? We are back. We appreciate Coach Corey McLeod and also Devon Francois joining us at halftime and everything. And this is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week. Bayou Audio and Video halftime. Tied at 12 apiece between Frederick Douglass and Livingston Collegiate. VK Jones and also Jared J.B. Boyd. And look at the size to join us. It is George Peppers.
Y'all didn't say nothing.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Somebody, that's okay. We'll let it go. But a great plethora of playoff games yesterday, man. Let's talk right quick. George, what was the game to you that really stood out in the first round yesterday?
Well, I mean, if you like offense, the Thursday night game, Evangel and Captain Shreve sticks out 58-48 in that respect. But if you like a hard-hitting game that was all about physicality, one of the games that was featured on Crescent City Sports yesterday, John Curtis and Brother Martin, the John Curtis Patriots winning that game 21-13. You know, winning that game and then now winning a trip to Acadiana. Oh boy, we're trying to get our cameraman's attention. Here you go.
Hey.
Cole, help us out. Okay, there we go. Are we good now?
Yeah, you got
it. Okay, we're good.
I think we got a viral moment on that moment.
And I guess I got to repeat myself, right?
No, we heard you good. You're good.
We're good.
I'm going to get mine in right quick.
Okay, we're good. But I feel like Curtis, the most impressive, St. Aug, 46-7 over Karen Crow.
I'm going to say this. Chalmette with the upset over Terrebonne.
Absolutely.
That one there. Chalmette going to the Bayou area, getting that victory, and setting up a matchup at Hornville next week.
I agree. I got to agree with Jared Chalmette, but also big shout out to Barb. Huge. Actually, Barb had a great fight, great ball game.
Great ball game.
But
Fought
hard. But Covington came up big at the end. Am I right on that one?
Yep.
Trying to make sure.
You're right.
They came up big at the end. Last couple of seconds to win that ball game yesterday. What a game out there in Covington. And I tell you, big ups to Hornville.
Yes.
I mean, H.L. Bourgeois gave them all the hell they can get, even with the lead. For Hornville to come back, get the lead, and just pull away to win.
Let's not forget, guys, that's a district rematch in a playoff setting.
Yeah.
It is harder to beat the same team 2 times in short time spans. How about Destrehan last night, though? A lot of people, when the playoff, we talked about it in our playoff preview. Ouachita Parish was a team that merited a real shot at Destrehan. That game, a lot of people thought, the wise guys thought, hey, that's a team that could go down there because they play in such a great district and give Destrehan a fight. But I'll tell you what, Marcus Scott's got Destrehan on point. 30-12 convinces me that my semifinal pick is good. That team is going to make a long run. That was an emphatic win last night for Destrehan.
Also, before this kickoff, Westgate going to St. Amand, getting a victory without Jabari Antoine even playing. He didn't even dress out. So we still don't know if he's going to play or not, but he didn't even dress out, and they got the victory.
They got a huge victory.
6 quarterbacks, somebody was telling me. 6 quarterbacks throughout the year.
No, nobody got hurt. They got a freshman quarterback, but then they put in other players and run a lot of Wildcat.
Right.
And Westgate next.
Who do they have next week?
Westgate got Airline. I got Westgate. I'm saying it right now.
I think Westgate's going to have a great chance at the upset.
Yes.
I really think so myself.
As critical as I am of Airline, as critical as I am, I'm not sure they lose that game next week. But we'll pick that game Monday night.
I already picked it.
He's already given it to you. As Douglas will receive the second half of this ball game. This will be an interesting drive here, but this could come down to the wire here on the Saturday edition of the Hashtag Show Game of the Week.
Somebody said free football at the start, Jared.
Somebody said what?
Free football. Overtime.
Oh, we'll see.
We might.
Be our second one of the year.
And yes, Pastor will kick off. Jose Pastor for Livingston. Jackson. Washington waiting to return and a kick. And it'll be Jackson. They'll take it from the 21-yard line. Jackson trying to look for a hole.
Man, he found something.
He found something there out of bounds. Yeah. And Douglas will start with good field position.
Yeah.
They will start at their 33-yard line, make it 34.
I think this very, very first drive, like you guys are saying, this could be a table setter for the rest of the second half because Douglas had to regroup after what happened at the back end of the first half with the pick six Livingston. I'm curious to see how this Douglas team attacks Livingston on this very first possession. Have they, settled down, or are they still, going butterfly route with what happened at the end of the first?
Make it the 31 as Douglas will start there. So Savon Green and also Arthur Free Time at the quarterback for receiver set. Back to pass. Free Time will get it to Jackson. Jackson will go to the left side. He has a lane. Jackson out of bounds. 1st and 10.
Yeah, good play, good play. Wait for Jackson. Use his speed. Get to the outside. Good play. First down, Frederick Douglass.
Something they did at the first drive in the first half. They used their speed to get out on the perimeter. They're doing it again right here on this very first play.
There you go.
There you go right there. And here is 1st and 10. Right at the 49 of the Bobcats. Bobcats trying to look for their first playoff win since 1993.
In which they beat?
John Ehret.
I'm just torturing myself by saying that.
Free Time goes to Jackson. Nice catch.
Yeah.
And he gets inside. No, actually right at the 48.
Good tackle from Eric. Chop. Good.
And all I'm going to tell you, got some very faithful fans, too. Very faithful fans, Mr. Boyd know very personally. And all I'm going to tell you, I'm going to work on it. We're going to get it done.
Yeah, there you go.
If you hear me tonight, I got you. I got the message.
They're watching.
I got the message.
You know what you're seeing on these first 2 plays, back to the action? Free Time to Jackson. High percentage passes both ends, and trying to give Free Time a little bit of confidence because he was really toiling at the back end of that first half.
Now 2nd and 7. Free Time gets the snap going to the right side. Free Time has the lane. Free Time first down and a little more. On the Free Time 1st and 10.
Just want to let everybody know this third quarter is brought to you by Little Dizzy's Cafe.
Little Dizzy's Cafe in the 7th Ward, best soul food in the city of New Orleans.
And what you're seeing again on this last play, Free Time using his speed and getting to the perimeter, to the outside. That's work. That worked for Douglas on that first drive. They're starting to employ that again.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Livingston. Trust me, it's going to take some time. I got to do a lot of practice to get used to these new terminologies. But here we go. 1st and 10 on the shotgun. And here is Free Time again. Straight up like a bullet. And closing, it will be a first down. 1st and 10.
Free Time getting that Free Time first down right there, VK.
Free time.
He lost his helmet, so
he's got to come out.
So he gotta spend a little time before he come back in. You know,
that's it.
That's not free right there.
I don't know what this means if you're into the lunar table, but it's a full moon right now here at Pan Am.
Vance Reed will come in and look like he's going to go to the quarterback spot for a play.
Probably a Wildcat set up right here.
I would assume.
Beautiful night, Saturday night here. Lights on at Pan American.
A little chill to the air, too, so.
Very much agreed.
Ain't bad.
Not cold, but nice.
They're right at the 25. And Reed at the Wildcat. Reed will take the snap, going to the left side. Reed has some blocks. Reed will cut back. Reed will go out of bounds. Positive yards right there for Vance Reed.
Yep. Yeah, good run right there. It's amazing how Cole, the P announcer here, Courtney Hogan, we call him Cole, how he remembers pretty much every one of these kids that played in the New Orleans recreational department.
Yep.
My goodness, he gives them a shout out.
But it's a testament to what he does with Nord as well. So
exactly.
You got to give. I'm going to give him mad props on that.
Oh, you got to.
Yes. So it'll be 2nd down and 4.
And
right at the 19-yard line.
Free Time should be back in the game now.
He is back in the game. So now they're in a tight formation. One receiver to the right. Green fumbles the ball. Let's see. And who has it?
I don't know.
Green got it back.
They're fighting for it.
They are, but according to the PA, man, I believe Douglas is going to keep possession.
Let's see.
Douglas got it back.
Douglas got it back, 1st and 10.
Trust the old man, boys. Trust the old man.
Trust the old man.
Trust the old man.
Where your glasses at?
They're on hiatus today.
You don't need them today?
Nope.
Man.
So
miracle.
1st and 10 is Douglas at the 15, and Green flags down. He go to the right side. Green. It's gonna get some positive yards. They're right at the 12-yard line.
You said flags are
down? Flags were down right to the left side right there.
And that's been a common theme in this game, hasn't it?
No flag. He just dropped it.
Okay.
Yeah, it just fell.
Fumbled the flag.
That's it.
That's a new one. Fumbled the flag.
I'm just saying, if he dropped it, I mean, what other terminology do you want to use? Since we're learning terminology, let's go that route.
Well, I just want to know why the clock stopped. He didn't go out of bounds.
No, he didn't. But that's what I'm wondering. Unless somebody called time, which I don't see.
No, nobody called time.
Nope.
I think what happened
Play
was
clock money, though.
they must have seen that flag and presumed. So why they stopped
There it is. They got the reset.
5 on the play clock. They got to hurry with 3.
2.
1. They're going to have to call a timeout. And Coach McLeod not happy right there. Timeout for Frederick Douglass, that first charge timeout of the second half.
What bit them in the first half and in that one series where they had to burn 2 timeouts? That right there. Not having a play set in and having to burn a timeout they didn't need to burn.
The game clock should be way less than that.
It should be. It's 10:03, 10:04.
Yeah, it was stopped at 10:11.
Yep.
And the Florida Gators
beat LSU.
And LSU's officially
Save Billy Napier's job, right?
Indeed.
No, he was. They said he was good at last week.
Well,
he just made another big time impression.
Well, in his opinion, well, it is facts, but in my opinion, we have seen it too many times in college football when an AD says, "I have confidence in you finishing," but all of a sudden you get fired at the end. But that is a stamp of approval. Now with the win is a big stamp of the. No, that's to you.
They came out.
That's to
no,
you,
they
Mr.
said
Boyd.
it to the whole nation.
No, I seen it, but I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
Listen,
I did.
I don't believe it because I done seen it too many times in college football where the AD said it nationally, and guess
I
what?
believe it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I believe it.
Exactly.
And we got a flag on the play now.
You got a flag now.
See?
Common occurrence is the flags on the play. But to debunk this argument, all they got to do now is beat 1-9 Florida State to go to a bowl. Just saying.
Oh, they will. Don't worry about that.
As they should.
They will.
They will.
Misery loves company.
Boy, look. All I know, Florida State had a young team this year.
Not 1-9, young.
Man, Florida State's still bitten from what happened last year.
Exactly.
They lost a lot of people. How you gonna replace over 20-something freaking starters?
Florida State shouldn't lose 8-9 games. Had more wins than that. This is Florida State.
Let's save that for the show.
Oh, save it for the show.
Save it for the show.
You started it.
Look, no. He started it. I didn't say anything about Florida State.
All I said was Florida had to be
second and 3 goes up the middle. Fumble on the play.
I think they got it back again.
Oh my goodness.
Fortunate bounce, I believe.
I'll tell you, they're pointing away flags.
Now what?
The officials did not even say who got the ball back.
I don't see no extracurriculars though.
Douglas got the ball back. But there's a flag for something. Douglas got the ball back.
It's funny we had these little powwows and stuff in the middle of the game.
Ain't nothing wrong with a powwow.
Nothing wrong with a little powwow. Jared's going to say what he wants to say. I'm going to say what I want to say.
It's a free country.
And it's a free country. And I don't care who wins. We're going to make our points, and we're going to respect our opinions, and we move on. That's how we do it on the Hash It Out Show, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Not this week.
Personal foul on Douglas, everybody.
Personal
15
foul
yards.
on Douglas.
That's half the distance. And are they in the Billy
Bravo? No, that is 15 yards. They were in the Billy Bravo in the red zone. But no, that is 15 yards.
Oh, it's on Douglas. Okay. VK Hemman over here trying to figure out how he's going to do on the picks. Just doing that, what verse you hitting on tonight?
Well, all I know, I ain't the one that missed that who called the penalty. but at the same time, I might be in the bottom, but it don't matter to me.
But this man
we're gonna see what happens.
This man doubts facts, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not worried about that, man.
You doubting facts?
I'm not doubting nothing.
Yes,
what you talking about? I don't care right now.
Okay.
All I know, I'm gonna see if I didn't win this week. All I know, I got week 2. I got a couple more weeks to catch up.
Yeah,
so I ain't tripping.
The game numbers are going to go way down as we progress.
That's right.
Oh, whatever.
That's right.
Whatever, man. It's week 1 of the playoffs. It's brand new season. And back to passes. Free time. Go, RJ. Oh, incomplete.
No, he had 2 people again in the same area.
I didn't understand that.
That's the third time that play has happened where he's found 2 guys in the same vicinity and hasn't been able to put it on the bucket in the basket.
In the same area.
Yep.
Miscommunication, right? The big time.
The good neighbor policy not working for Douglas.
4 down territory. They're right at the 21-yard line.
The play clock not running.
Make it the 22-yard line of Livingston. And there were a flag, unsportsmanlike conduct on Douglas and on Livingston, offsetting penalties.
Are we discussing what we're going to do here, Douglas? Let's see.
Tell you what, man, it's just been too much, too many.
There's no flow to the game, guys.
Penalties, personal fouls, just way too many.
I think this is starting to be like Soul Train. Got a Soul Train line, all these flags. We dance in front, dance in the back, all that good stuff.
You know, but the really hurtful thing here is that there's not a lot of ebb and flow to the game because of the flags. The flags have stopped any kind of momentum, any kind of flow to this game.
And we're just getting started in the second half. This is the first drive of the second half here.
Yep.
4th down, and now make it 17 to go. And they got to get to the 5. And back to pass, free time. Go deep, left side, incomplete. It was intended for Jackson, and ball goes over on down.
Jackson had a half a step on the defender, and if he puts it in the basket, he gets him.
Yeah, just slightly
overthrown. Yep.
1st and 10 for Livingston.
And here you go again. First drive in the first half for Douglas. 11 plays. This one, 9. Guess what the common denominator was? No points. No points.
0.
Turnover on downs both times.
Livingston with another stop. Tied at 12 apiece. Wolves will start at their own 22. 3 receivers in the shotgun for Anthony. And it gives it to Scott. Scott is stuffed. The defensive line of Douglas making a play.
It's a huge play. Big time loss on the play also.
There's Odom, part of that gang tackling there. And also Tyron Donaldson. 9:22 and counting in your third quarter here. Looks like I'm going to sit down too.
So
and get off my feet a bit.
Just to humor you guys, I was looking at social media at halftime. They got people suggesting that Brian Kelly's an older version of Dennis Allen.
Ooh, God. Now
like
2nd and 12.
That's harsh.
They're right inside, right at the 20-yard line.
Blitz coming.
And here's Anthony. Go down again. The Douglas defense, just vicious.
They came with the blitz.
And it's Odom, and this time it was 72 with the tackle.
Benjamin Anthony had nowhere to go, no one to throw to. Let's see what the Douglas defense can stir up right here on 3rd down and long.
3rd down and long coming up here.
Just so you know, I checked ahead to the weather for next Friday. We'll be in the mid-40s for kickoff here at Pan Am next Friday, in the mid-40s. So
Cody Smith was in that tackle as well. Here we go. And it is 3rd down. Back to pass. Anthony pump fakes. He'll throw it. It's caught. Scott has a lane. Scott will try to break tackles. He'll be short on the first down.
We got a flag.
Another flag. And
right down the field. Let's see what the flag is. It was right at the tail end. And if it's on Livingston, wow.
Winner of this game goes to Thibodeau next Friday night to take on Kyle Lacine and E.D. White. Ought to be a tough matchup for either one, but the opportunity to continue in the playoffs presents itself next Friday. And one of the games we have next week, Kennedy and Lake Charles College Prep. Winner of that game plays either Shaw or LaRoger. Oh boy, if Kennedy and Shaw hook up, poof.
And that was a
holding
on Livingston. Wow.
That's come up.
Man. And now 3rd and make it 12 once again. And they're right at the 20-yard line of Livingston. Livingston's got to get to their own 32 for first.
See that?
And Scott in the backfield with Anthony on 3rd and 12. 3 receivers. Has got 2 to the left and make it 4 receivers. 3 to the left and 1 to the right. Anthony back to pass. Anthony has a little time pressure. Gonna go. He's out and get the catch. A big catch there. He's close. And that's gonna be a first down.
Definitely a first down.
That's a big pickup right there by Livingston.
They had somebody on the seam route. That was a clear out route for the drag route to come across. Nice play call from the Livingston Wolves.
And a catch made, and that was, I believe, that was number 4.
I think that was Devion Thompson.
Devion Thompson once again with a big catch.
I'm convinced of one thing. Courtney Hogan, Cole, has got the memory of a hawk.
He's due. He does.
I mean, remembering everybody, that is impressive.
And
I like that.
Just said that.
7:27 and counting, 1st and 10. Right at the 35 of Livingston. Anthony getting the play. Scott in the backfield with him.
Play clock at 9.
Gets the snap, and here's Thompson. Thompson trying to get some blocks on the outside. Thompson's going to get positive yards, but
he got hit hard.
He got hit.
You know, it was a pretty good hit.
And we got flags
right after the play was over.
I'm looking at it. I don't know what they're throwing the flag on.
I think it might have been like they're getting really, really tight. If there's no activity there, but they might be catching words.
There gotta be some words.
Gotta be words.
Dead ball, sportsmanlike conduct.
And that's on
Livingston. Wow. He's ejected. He is ejected.
There's a possibility a punch might have been thrown.
Who got thrown out?
61.
Offensive lineman.
Ejected,
Wow.
yeah. That's got ejected.
Huge,
There's a reason why that he's got ejected.
Well, he threw a punch.
I don't know if he threw a punch or not. I don't know.
Why else would you throw him out if he didn't? You would.
I don't know. How many unsportsmanlike conducts can you get?
I don't know in high school.
That
Like, I
necessitates
don't know
an
how many.
ejection. I think
If they have the rule in the LHSA, and that's what we got to check. If they have the unsportsmanlike conduct rule of many unsportsmanlike, you get kicked out. I think there is a rule. So it's one of two things: to a punch, or he might have had a couple of unsportsmanlikes. We got to see how many limit that you have.
That's a rule.
Because if you got 2 or 3 or 4 that you're allowed at, you could get kicked out as many as you have. So the offensive lineman kicked out the game here. That's going to be maybe key. So it's 2nd down and long. Back to pass Anthony. Anthony will throw. Screen. Thompson. Thompson has some blocks going to the right side. And Thompson will keep going. Thompson breaking tackles. Thompson will have the 1st down for Livingston. My goodness.
Wow. All I got to say is Thompson makes the play.
On a 2nd and 30.
Talk about perseverance, guys.
Oh, my.
That was just not giving up on the play and just making a lot happen. And Thompson has been the only real spark for this Livingston offense tonight.
I will agree with that.
They're right in the 48-yard line, and it is.
Don't look good for Diddy
Scott. Scott gets knocked down. Scott with a big loss. Huge loss. The D-line of Douglas steps in right there.
D-line and the linebackers came up also.
Jamarian Peterson, part of the game right there.
Jamarian having a good game. He has made some plays also. Just hasn't been Vito. Been other players also. I mean, Jamarian is one of them also.
They spread it out, though, tonight.
5:47 and counting. Now 2nd down, and it will be 16 to go. They have to get.
They picked up 2nd and 30.
To the 39 of Douglas. Anthony, he gets some of the yards.
Yes,
maybe out of 1.
But number 0, Duran Lewis Jr. with the stop.
3rd and long coming up.
Let's see what Douglas can do once again on 3rd and long. Can they get off the field?
3rd and 16 coming up. Wolves got to get to the Bobcats. 41 for a 1st down. 5:05 and counting.
10 seconds on the play clock.
6 on the play clock. Livingston's got to hurry. We got 3 receivers. 1 on the play clock. That's going to be a delayed game or a timeout call. Let's see.
I don't think anybody called timeout.
No, delayed game.
DOG Livingston.
That will push them back another 5, and it will be now 3rd and 21.
The play got to get in quicker, got to get in faster. There's no excuse for this to be happening right now. You already in a bad situation when the 3rd and long. Now he in 3rd and longer.
Douglas has got to, and they got to get a stop here because
This is a no excuse stop right
they've
here.
been giving up some long plays.
They have.
This half so far.
This is a no excuse play right now, Douglas. You got to get off the field.
And back
get
to
this
pass,
ball back.
Anthony. Then he's gonna go down. A big sack.
Did he
from
fumble?
on the play, and it is Douglas with the ball.
And you wonder.
No, Livingston got it back.
Yeah. Wow.
And you wonder with the ejection of number 61.
Actually, Douglas has the ball.
No, Douglas had the ball. They did.
And you wonder with the ejection of 61. That's key.
Look,
You just saw it happen right there.
another turnover from
Livingston.
again in bad field position, giving Douglas
A free
great
shot.
field position.
A free
Once
shot.
again, all due to fumbles or strip sacks, something. Once again,
Agreed, man.
this is how Douglas has been able to capitalize off of these opportunities that have been given to them due to the mistakes of the Livingston Wolves.
1st and 10 for Douglas, right at the Livingston 31. Off the free time in the shotgun, back to pass, free time has time. He's gonna go deep right side, and it's picked up, and it will be a flag down. Will that interception count?
Well, that's number 11, Chris John Peterson.
And there will be pass interference. The
I think it's
official point.
offensive.
Let's see where it's going. That pass was a little short right there, especially with double coverage.
They are saying this is defensive pass interference?
If it is, that's a brutal penalty. If that is, that's a brutal penalty and a big spot right there.
And let's see, that is it pass interference on the defense? Trying to get the official call.
Let's wait for that.
Yeah,
It's on
It was
Livingston.
on
It's on
Livingston.
Livingston, yeah.
Wow.
That's a get out of jail free
Huge
card right there.
break for Douglas.
Yep.
Right at the full 2 monk.
But see, this is the first inopportune penalty of the night. Inopportune because now you're giving Douglas a fresh set of downs deeper in your territory. This could cost Livingston a very big spot right now.
Very much agreed, and very questionable on that one.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
if you'd have
goodness.
called that. Is that a borderline call, gentlemen? I mean,
Oh, I thought it was offensive, to tell you the truth.
okay.
Well, look, I could agree with Jared on that.
I was flipping my stat sheet, so I didn't get a chance to see the play itself.
Right inside the 19 and
Got a
right
hold.
up the middle. It's Green. And Green is a touchdown for Douglas. Savon Green, 19 yards as the Bobcats take the lead. 19-12.
Want to say our good friend, the one we call Cheese, he just sent me a text saying that you can only have 2 unsportsmanlike penalties.
Oh, okay.
And there's been a lot this whole game now. Just
Been a
saying, but
bunch,
yes.
exactly.
Indeed, and it probably was on that same player. Thank you very much, Mr. Cheese, for giving that information.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
I want to know if he thinks LC beats Notre Dame this week.
See, why you always messing with Cheese, man?
I got to.
Why you messing with Cheese?
I know who I really want to mess with. If BK's going to have my back on this one, Mr. Remedy, I know you listening. Where
Back to the game, man.
Back to the game.
man.
Back to the game. Let's
Yeah.
save that for Monday.
Gosh.
Shotgun formation for the 2-point conversion coming up. And a handoff, and they're going, and it will be short of the 2-point conversion. Your score with 3:54 left in your third quarter, 18-12. The Douglas Bobcats take the lead. We're coming right back. This is the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week.
Hey guys, this is Keisha Baquet, the owner of Little Dizzy's Cafe. I am here with BK Jones, who is a part of the Hash It Out Show. We're coming to let y'all know what they got going on, and Dizzy's is a proud sponsor of the show.
We'd like to thank Miss Keisha and Little Dizzy's Cafe for sponsoring us. This is one of the best restaurants in the city of New Orleans, in the 6th Ward. Come over.
If you're in the area, come and see us at 1500 Esplanade Avenue in the heart of Tremay and experience some of the best Creole soul food you'll ever have in your life. Because the food is always hot and straight from the pot.
We back?
And we're back.
Woo!
boom, man. You just gotta love online streaming. Unexpected things happen off air. But 18-12 is your score. Frederick Douglass gets on the board. Savon Green with a 19-yard touchdown. VK Jones.
Second of the night.
VK Jones, and also George Peppers, Jared J.B. Board, CEO of the Hash It Out Show. And like we mentioned, we're here all the way to the state semifinals.
That's the plan.
Yep. Next week, we will be Joe Yenny Stadium. It will be Haynes versus Estroma. Friday, back at Pan Am Stadium for Lake Charles College Prep and John F. Kennedy. Tylen Coleman waiting to return. And a nice kickoff, and they'll take it from the 19-yard line. It is Thompson. Thompson looking to try to get things going, and it will be 1st and 10 for Livingston. They will start at their own 35. Yeah, I tell you, man, Livingston living on the edge more than anything else. The turnovers has really given Douglas an opportunity. They had a huge break on a pass interference call.
That too, but like you said, the turnovers is really what's hurting Livingston right now. It's really doing them in, and what's giving Frederick Douglass many opportunities with great field position.
Very good crowd tonight so far at Pan American Stadium. We thank the fans coming out to support these two teams tonight. In the shotgun, back to pass. Anthony, he gets it out, and on about 3 yards on the gain.
Look, everybody who's watching, hit that subscribe button, hit those likes. Also, share to your friends, share to your family. Let everybody know the only high school game in Louisiana this Saturday night is being broadcasted by the Hash It Out Show, and is on JB the Sports Guy YouTube page.
Antonio Fulton with the catch and run. Now 2nd down and 8, only 2 yards, and they're at the Livingston 38-yard line. And Diddy Scott in the backfield with Anthony. Back to pass, Anthony. Anthony has time. He's gonna go deep, right side. Oh, incomplete. A good defensive play for the Bobcats.
I tell you what, number 17, the one, the only, Ronald Gaudet III. Man, almost with the interception, but so far in the regular season, he had 8 interceptions, 3 returned for touchdowns, as he was the first team all-district and, well, all-district. He wasn't MVP, but he was all-district for the Bobcats.
There was a holding penalty on Livingston.
Another penalty. They're just self-destructing right now, Livingston.
Well, they're still in the ball game, Mr. George Peppers.
They are, but penalties like that are just going to,
penalties are killing them, yes.
Yeah, that is a crucial sequence now. Right now, down 6. They need to regain momentum, and they're not helping themselves with these penalties. You already had 1 ejection in the second half, so.
You got 2nd down and 18. Back to pass, Anthony. And that is incomplete.
Yeah. All right.
Third down and long.
What can Coach Francois and his team dial up right here on this 3rd and long? Once again, so many 3rd and longs for Livingston. Also, just from shooting themselves in the foot. And yes, they have converted some of them. They have. But it's a position you don't want yourself to be in these 3rd and longs.
Your opportune thirds are going to be 3rd and makeable. 4, 5, 3, something like that. Not 30, not 26, not 22, which has been the preponderance of their 3rd down and longs tonight.
It'll be 3rd and 18 here. They got to get to the 46, back to pass, and going deep is Anthony, but it will be way out of bounds. Flags down.
Oh, no way.
Let's see what the call is.
I'm going to tell you right now, number 1, I don't think that ball was catchable. Number 2, I don't think that was pass interference.
Neither
one. It might have been holding, 1 of the 2. We'll see what it is.
From the position of the flag, they might be going PI. I doubt it. There's no way they can call that.
They called it. Oh, they called it.
Wow.
But I ain't going to lie. In the LHSA, even if the ball's uncatchable, they still call pass interference. interference.
That's silly, though.
You can't get the ball. That rule is ridiculous.
Dude, it is ridiculous. But it's in.
We saw somebody hurdle somebody yesterday. The dude that hurdled somebody got a flag saying they can't hurdle because it's a safety issue.
Dude, I hate that rule. I hate it, but I'm sorry. It's in the rule book.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Mr.
I had the
Bonine.
same reaction like you, especially on pass interference calls years and years ago, and I'm like, it's uncatchable.
And you wonder
No,
why
it's
people
not.
are saying football is soft. It's
Yes.
stuff like this.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Now, I think the leaping is a lot more egregious and kind of don't make no sense than pass interference uncatchable. That there is like, oh my God, safety issue? Really? That's what it is?
We will see Commissioner Bonine in the Superdome in a few weeks' time. We can tell him.
Man, look,
Just saying.
there are some battles that is way above my pay grade.
Oh, I ain't
That's all
talking
I
about
can say.
picking battles. Oh, no.
And handoff, and oh, goodness gracious. And
Rand Lewis
there
Jr.
go.
again.
Yep. Lewis, goodness gracious. I tell you, man, it's either one. You pick your poison on this Douglas defense. They're just continuing to pound and everything else and make plays.
Well, it's 4th down now.
4th down.
Yep.
Punt team is out as Jose passed it back to punt it. And Jackson waiting to return. It's Kevin Jackson. High snap and a rush coming. And they got it off, and it will take a Livingston bounce.
They got a good bounce. Good bounce.
Very good bounce. As the Bobcats will start.
I'm really just sitting here wondering
at the 23.
With these punts from Livingston, when the Bobcats of Frederick Douglass going to get there and block it, because every snap has been high.
Yes. And they're getting, I tell you, Douglas is getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
So the law of averages suggests they're going to get one before this is out, right?
It might.
I'd say so. I thought the same thing a few weeks ago when we were in Kentwood. You know, remember how many high snaps and how many bounce snaps to the punter, and they meat kept coming, but they never could get there. So
153. We seen that with Bell Chase. We seen it last night with a block punt or block kick, and also against South Platte. And here's Freetown on the keeper. Freetown get to the sideline, out of bounds. And right at the 30-yard line with 1:47 left in your third quarter. Make it the Douglas 28. 6-yard carry right there for Freetown. It's both bands really going at it. They put on a show at halftime.
They do.
Gotta love it. 2nd and 4, handoff, Green. He's probably gonna get maybe a yard. Make it 2 yards. As they're right at, make it 3. So it'll be 3rd and 1. They're right near the sticks at the 32. Douglas got to get to the 33 for a first, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Just a hypothetical. If Douglas is able to get a score here, does this feel like a put away if they score and go up 2? No?
I don't think so. This is Orleans Parish football.
It is.
Crazy things happen in these games.
What has Livingston done to suggest they can come back from down 2?
And Green bounces off. Green will have the first down for
That's a big
Douglas.
first.
But I get what you're saying, George, but knowing myself, being at these games so many years, I didn't seen a 16-point comeback. I didn't see a 20-point comeback in Orleans Parish. Crazy things happen in these games.
They do.
They do. And I'm not buying that this is a put away at all.
It might be.
I don't think so.
We're almost to the 4th quarter, and they're going to milk the clock some more.
But remember what happened near the end of the first half.
False start, guys. False start on
Douglas.
Frederick Douglass Bobcats.
That's
But
a
remember,
5-yarder.
but remember the end of the first half.
Big
You
6.
thought exactly, and that changed. Crazy things.
But now Douglas has regained momentum, and they are back in
That's
front.
true, but I get what you're
They had
saying,
momentum,
George.
so that
They
happened,
had
too.
momentum till that happened.
It did.
Crazy things happen in Orleans. Trust me. I covered and watched it. I seen even a 23-point comeback in this parish. Crazy stuff happens in this parish.
All
Trust
right,
me.
here we go. First down and 15 for the
27
Bobcats.
seconds left in the third. As the clock runs, free time. Will try to keep, shakes, bakes, and he'll get a little surge.
Not much.
He'll probably be right at the line of scrimmage, right back at the line of scrimmage. Make it 6 yards. Right at the 35-yard line. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Your score, the Frederick Douglass Bobcats 18, the Livingston Wolves 12. We're coming right back. This is the Saturday edition of the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664 and don't forget to ask about their 1-week free special.
And welcome back as we start the fourth quarter here. Fourth quarter is brought to you by JFK Martial Arts in Mandeville and Covington. I actually had a chance to meet some of the people. I'm going to have to try to introduce myself a little more the next time on another tournament. We was out there in Ponchatoula. My daughter actually competes a little bit in Master Boys class, and I appreciate him giving the opportunity for my daughter and everything. And it was really cool going out there to Ponchatoula, and that was actually JFK who hosted that tournament out there in Ponchatoula.
That is correct.
So shout out to them. Thank them so much for their support of the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week and the Hash It Out Show.
And we were talking during the commercial. Shout out to Jordan Taylor, and hope you get well, man. I heard you had laryngitis. You know, I know you didn't have a recap show last night, but you got a good one next Friday night, and I'm envious of you, Amy, that bunkie, next Friday on Under the Lights. But we gonna get you on the Hash It Out Show. We got 2. So
I hope
he's doing his recap show tomorrow night.
Yeah, because he had a laryngitis issue.
Second down, make it 9 to go, and flags are
second down and 4 to go now.
Exactly.
Encroachment on the Livingston Wolves.
Livingston, they gotta watch the ball.
That's it. Wait, did they call false start? Whoa, okay. I don't think we saw that, VK.
I didn't think we saw that either.
Thought for sure this would be defensive, but guess not.
So here we go, another 5-yard penalty there. Now Douglas is inside their 30. It'll be now 2nd and 15.
See, Jared, I was setting VK up to try to get that rant because he does so good with rants on the show. Now it's got to be in-game rants.
Oh, Lord.
So I was just trying to mess with him, you know.
And second, and here comes Arthur Freetown going to the right. Arthur Freetown had the leg. Arthur Freetown almost got free there. Goodness gracious, 1st and 10.
What a block, man. What a block to lead him forward for more yards. What a block.
What a block on the right side.
Yes.
I don't know who that was from Livingston, but if he doesn't reach out, Freetown might be gone.
So 1st and 10 for Frederick Douglass. And now they're at the Livingston 46.
Now they can play with the clock now and move the ball, take their sweet time to get this thing in. That's what I was trying to get to you, saying if they milk the clock, use about 5-6 minutes and punch this thing in, it's going to make it exponentially difficult for Livingston.
And a handoff, and it is Washington. Washington cutting back. Washington is close.
A good 8
and
yards
he'll be a
run.
good 8-yard run for Zion Washington. Washington with a nice run there. It'll be 2nd and 2 coming up at the Livingston 39. Make it the Livingston 38-yard line. They got to get to the Livingston 36 for a first. Right at under 11 minutes and left in the ball game. 6-point lead for Frederick Douglass. And off the free time, he'll hand out Green on the surge. First down, nice hard run
for
Savon Green.
First down for the Douglass Bobcats.
And you mentioned Jordan Taylor. Shout out to him. The viewership was unbelievable for Thursday night.
36,000, I think.
For Opelousas, my goodness. Probably the biggest total out of all the broadcasting all over the state this year.
Maybe so. Probably so.
I think so.
Most definitely so.
Way more than press play out in St. Charles Parish. They average over 25.
But they do a great job.
They do an unbelievable job, and he deserves that.
Without a doubt.
We'll see them. We'll see them in a few weeks in the Dome.
Jordan, we're trying to get there, dude. We want to get there soon. And first down, and here goes to Washington, and
they stacked him up that time.
And he's going to get down, and no gain on the play.
Nope.
That's a stop that the Livingston Wolves need. 2nd and long, 2nd and 10. See if they can make a couple more stops and try to get the ball back and get down the field and score.
Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, Douglas is milking the clock, guys. 9:56 and 9:49 and counting.
Simon Washington with that carry.
Mm-hmm.
So 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Bobcats has to get to the 24. And it goes Jackson. Jackson's tackling in the backfield. That's a big loss. Nelson Baca with the tackle there.
Yeah, definitely. Now it's 3rd and long for the Frederick Douglass Bobcats. Let's see if Livingston can get off the field right here.
That's the first big stop they needed.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if they got one more in them.
9:04 and counting.
I don't think Coach, well, he has gone for it every time I 4th down. He probably go for it again.
A big loss, and they're at the 40.
You would think sometimes you got to play the field position game, though, guys.
Douglas has got to get to the 24 for a first down. 3rd and 16. Free time, back to pass. Free time has time. Free time looking. Free time is trying to go on the left side. He's going to come back to the right with a block. Free time will keep going, and it'll be a manageable 4th down.
Oh, Coach McLeod going for it now. He going for it.
It'll be 4th down.
Free time lost his helmet. He got to come out.
Oh, that's not good for Douglas, and he's going to have to come off the field.
Probably going to mean Reed will be back at quarterback again like they were before, Wildcat.
4th and make it 8 yards to go. They got to get to the 24.
But without free time.
Of Livingston, and you're right.
So let's see what the attack plan is if you're Douglas, since you're going for it and you're committing to go for it without your quarterback being out. And that's the 2nd time he's lost his helmet. So I think it's an equipment issue they're going to have to fix. Maybe the strap.
I don't think it's strapped tight enough. That's all.
Exactly. Tighten it up and they'll be fine.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
I don't know here. You're right about that. I'm trying to figure it out too. Reed back at the quarterback spot. We got 8:18 left in your ball game. A 6-point lead for Frederick Douglass. Livingston looking for their 2nd playoff win in 3 years. Douglas looking for their 1st playoff win since 1993. Since at the time it was Francis T. Nichols in 93.
You see, you keep reminding us about that, BK, man.
It's facts.
I know it is, but you keep on harping on that
I didn't say who they beat just now.
They're saying raise the time up.
Now, if Douglas wins, we can eliminate that fact.
And Livingston burns a timeout.
Yep. Livingston burns a timeout. That'll be the first timeout of the 2nd half.
Keep it here.
I think what you gonna do, Mr.
Take
Wood? Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Metro New Orleans, then you're in the right place. Moe's Pizza has a great selection of Italian food that can satisfy your appetite, and they can also cater to your needs in any event. Give them a call at 504-341-9650 or log on to www.moespizzanola.com, located at 1112 Avenue H in West Wego, Louisiana. Moe's Pizza, Italians do it better.
Hi, welcome back. Man, just making plans afterwards and all that stuff and everything, just been a long week, grinding week.
I've seen a lot of fights this weekend, last night and then tonight. I'm talking about legit fights, though, not work fights, legit fights. So
Yeah. I think the fights you were at last night was better than that atrocity last night. I can definitely say that.
Yeah, I told my best friend he won his fight in 48 seconds. I said, your fight was more entertaining than that junk they showed in Dallas last night. 72,000 people went to that fight, though, in Dallas.
Sure did.
But Jake Paul's got one thing the Cowboys don't have, a win at Dallas.
Good night now. Here we go. Fourth down, a big fourth down here.
Cowboys fans, zinger.
And it will be Reed. Reed will try to get going, but nothing doing. It will be a turnover on downs. Livingston will have the football.
All right, now Livingston got to go down the field and get a score right now. Very important. With 8 minutes, 29 seconds left.
Plenty of time for Livingston
they got time
to get down the field and have a chance to tie.
But see, understanding now, this is the third drive of 9+ plays that Douglas has had without points.
And I tell you, Arthur Freetown's going to have to make sure that helmet's on tight the rest of the way. So you won't get in that situation again.
Yeah.
Helmet coming off, you got to come off a play. He came off a critical fourth down. Here we go, 1st and 10, right at the 31, and they throw it up, and that is going to be picked off. Douglas with the interception, and guess who? Vito Odom with the pick.
Oh, wow. Vito Odom falls back in coverage and gets the interception.
Wow.
Wow.
Doing it all.
How many
for
turnovers
Douglas.
is that for Livingston? 4 or 5?
I think it's 5 turnovers now.
My goodness.
And that was not a good pass at all.
What happened? Somebody got hurt just now.
That's their first interception of the night, though. 4 fumbles and a pick. Unreal.
I'm going to take a quick timeout.
Feeling drained from the constant noise in your daily life? Immerse yourself in pure audio bliss with drums. Experience a world of crystal clear sound, free from distractions. Discover the ultimate relaxation and escape into an oasis of serenity. Grab yours today. drumsworld.com.
And welcome back. 8:21 left in the ball game.
Another crucial mistake, VK.
6-point lead for Douglas as they got the interception by Vito Odom.
And Vito Odom, if there's MVPs, he's it. Wouldn't you think, for Douglas? I mean, that guy has been, and Jared, astute observation to key him as a big player in this game, and he has lived up to the billing in a very, very big way.
Yes, he has, but why would people park in front of not one school bus, 2 school buses? Why would you even block them knowing they, my goodness.
Wait, where are you seeing that?
It ain't, no, that's what I'm seeing. It's what this guy that was standing right here wouldn't tell Cole, and what Cole just announced. Oh my goodness, come on now, people. We must do better. We must do better, people.
Common courtesy, do better. You're right. Jesus. Absolutely. Be better, do better, right?
All right. That was Zero who came off the field.
That's Duran. That is Duran Lewis Jr.
They're going to monitor him. And it might be possibly a knee issue or something outside of a cramp. So now, 1st and 10. Douglas is right inside there in the 32-yard line. Free time, cutting up the field.
Free time, physical.
Physical right there.
A good run by Free time, man.
And that's 7 yards. So they'll be second.
It's actually a heavy set shotgun formation. And
tight formation. Now, we seen that a little bit last night with Bell Chase.
Chase, exactly. Heavy set shotgun formation.
Let's play a hypothetical. Let's say Douglas holds on and wins this game. What chance do you give him at E.D. White next Friday night?
We're not going to say that right now.
Not going to say that right now. Not at all.
Not saying we're picking it.
I'm not saying
We're
that
not
right
saying
now.
that, not at all. We're going to give them that glory.
That's right.
And here's oh my goodness! Wow! What a hit! Woo!
That's a deep cleaner right there, boy.
Oh,
Ja'Kian
man.
Gaines with the hit.
Holy
Oh,
mackerel.
my.
He took him off his. He
I'll
knocked
tell
him
you
off
one
his
thing
feet.
tonight.
Not Ja'Kian Gaines. I'm sorry, buddy.
60.
That is Alberto Bermudez Connor. Or no, I take that back.
60.
Deion Griffin.
Deion Griffin with that hit.
I heard Coach say 50, so I thought it was 50. My bad, but number 60, you're right.
Bruh.
That was a heck of a lick right there.
Regardless of the score, it's been hard hitting all throughout this game tonight.
Yeah.
Third down and 9. Make it 8 yards to go. Free time deep. End zone incomplete.
He had him, too. He had him, but the guy in the middle was wide open. He didn't see him.
And the receiver right there, and he's saying that he had it open.
Yeah.
And 0 comes back on the field. That's good news there.
Ran back in the game.
4th now and 8.
Livingston got to make a stand right here. Gotta make a stop.
Douglas got to get to the Livingston 22 to continue to drive with 6:55 left. 6:55 left in this first round playoff game. And they got to hurry with 13 on the play clock. You got 4 receivers, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 4th and 8. 5 on the play clock for Arthur Free time. Free time, back to pass. He throws out to the right. He'll throw it. It's low, incomplete. Livingston takes over.
What, that could have been a pick 6. That could have been a big hit on that play. Livingston with the stop, period.
And Arthur Free time, he's got to calm down. He's really came off the field real hot. He's got to really calm
down. He's a little frustrated. He want to put this game away. The opportunities they had the last 2 times, a chance to put the game away, it hasn't happened. So he's a little frustrated with that.
Absolutely, but in this time of the playoffs, in this postseason, you don't want to lose your head completely.
That's correct.
Still with 6:51 left. Livingston, can they get back in it as they start right at the 30? Anthony back to pass. Oh, goodness. What kind of throw was that? Incomplete.
It was a bad throw.
Ooh.
Bad throw. A comeback route, man, and he shot it up to the sky.
2nd and 10.
Got to give a shout out to all the New Orleans public schools performance this weekend in these playoffs. McDonough 35, Booker T. Washington. You know, the winner of this game is going to move on. Good performance by the New Orleans public schools this weekend.
Booker T. Washington with the shocker against Buckeye. I mean, that's
shocker. The margin, yes.
I'm gonna be George. I wouldn't say shocker.
I say a shocker for one reason. They've been a struggling team all year.
Yeah, but Buckeye don't play anybody.
That's true too. But
here we go.
Here, and here's Anthony. Anthony trying to get a lane. Anthony gets
nowhere.
Nothing. No gain. Wow.
Puts him in a 3rd and long again.
Yep.
But Buckeye did not play anybody, but at the same time, usually public schools like that struggle, including on the road, they don't usually win.
That's all right.
But,
Booker T.
but they
Washington
did
has played better
but
competition than what Buckeye
But
played.
you're right. You're absolutely right. That is a good point. Not going to disagree with you on that. You are right. Booker T has played tougher competition. And for Buckeye, it looked like that. Not going to say that word I want to say, but Booker T proved everybody wrong.
But Booker
on
T
Friday.
Oh!
That I cannot lie. That's oof.
Jamon Isidore with the hit.
I'm gonna say this right there. I mean, Anthony has got to get the ball where he needs to get it at. I mean, wow.
You're absorbing so many hits is what he's doing. That's not good.
And he's got to get the ball to where the receivers can get the ball to.
Yeah. Get it to your guys that can make a play. Stop absorbing the hits because you're not going to be. One of those is going to be one of those where you're not going to be able to make it back. You got to tell your guy, get rid of the football.
And it will
put
be.
Put it in your guys' hands. They're going to punt it.
Jose passed the punt it. Good snap. Rush coming. Ooh, he gets it off just barely.
And that ball is rolling.
And it is rolling. Livingston roll, and that will be
a line drive punt though. Good
right
punt, though.
there
Good
to
punt.
the Douglas 31-yard line. Yeah, but Orleans Parish Public Schools with great performances this weekend. I mean, there's outstanding performances by all the other schools that really stepped up. Chalmette having probably one of the biggest playoff wins in a long time. First road playoff win in 29 years, as they will take on Hineville coming up.
Yep.
As will be very, very interesting in itself.
As the playoffs turn, all the drama that will unfold on our way to the Caesars Superdome in 4 weeks' time. It's going to be fun. The ride is going to be incredible. We're going to get some ebbs, flows, upsets.
And you thought the first round was crazy. Wait till round two.
Wait till round two.
Wait till round two.
Because your alma mater's got a real legit shot at St. Thomas More.
I think so myself. 1st and 10, right at the 31. Green will get the handoff on the left side. Flags are down.
Yeah, this might be holding.
That's going to be holding on Livingston. I think it's on the left side.
You think it's holding on Livingston or Douglas?
Douglas.
I got you. I got you.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's all good.
Spoke too fast. Oh, man.
What a Saturday night here tonight on a Hash It Out Show game of the week.
Yeah.
Get the heavy coats next Friday.
Night. Oh, yeah, next week. Oh, yeah, the
We're
puffy
gonna be
coats.
We're going to get the heavy coats next Friday. It's going to be 45.
We outside, too, and paying them puffy coats for next week. No, I do not have a fur coat, ladies and gentlemen. I do not do that. No.
Can't start a fire to toast marshmallows next Friday. Battle the elements, right?
Yeah, maybe we might have to get here early and get the grill and just
There you go.
You need to get the grill and get some barbecue. I don't know. We'll see.
Only if VK's paying for it.
You're right.
Playing.
You're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, they just talking mess. I promise you.
That's
but here we
what
go. Back to the game.
Back to the game as Douglas now right at their 20. Handoff, Green going to the right side. Green breaks the tackle. He has a block. Green, he'll go up the field, and
he's close to a first
down. A nice positive run. Let's see what a spot is.
We got two guys now.
And they're right at
the
37-yard line. We'll take a timeout.
All right, folks, as we kick off tonight's football game, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important as a winning playbook, your financial future. Kaylin Parker, a financial advisor with Magnolia Wealth Strategies, is here to help you stay financially fit off the field. From retirement and estate planning to investment management and even insurance needs, Kaylin Parker is here to help you. Reach out to Kaylin at 504-613-2161 or at cparker@financialguide.com.
And welcome back. And that is 71 coming off the field.
That's number 71 up on his feet.
And Koyan Lewis coming off the field and on his own power. Hopefully he'll recovers.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice run for Savon Green. It'll be 2nd down and now 4 yards to go. And they're at the Douglas 37. They got to get to the 41 for a first down.
That's 75 yards for Savon Green running tonight. 75 yards on 15 carries.
Flags are down, and
they're like illegal snap, y'all.
Obviously, or false start. False start on Douglas.
Illegal snap.
Illegal snap.
He moved it.
Yeah. He moved the ball before he actually snapped it. You're not supposed to do that.
That's true. No, I'm just saying that that's what I'm saying. You're right on it, but I'm saying they still will say false start when they still do that. So it's still part of the false start, but it's okay. It's okay. 5-yard penalty. That pushes them back. That kind of hurts Douglas, but
it does.
We'll see what happens here. Now 2nd and 9. They got to get to the 41. Green in the backfield with free time. And free time will go with the keeper and head in the backfield. And that will be a loss.
Yeah.
say this for Livingston. As many turnovers as they've committed tonight, this defense has really come up in a resolute fashion in these last few possessions and really neutralized Douglas and is doing everything they can to give their offense a chance, but the offense has just been hit and miss in the second half.
Take away the turnovers that they gave to Frederick Douglass. Maybe Frederick Douglass doesn't have 18 points.
I think both teams have 2 timeouts, right?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
And 4:26 and counting. A critical 3rd and 9 coming up.
Got to get off the field if you're Livingston. And the clock is running 4:18.
And then Douglas is going to take a timeout.
There you go.
As they ran some of the clock down. And timeout for Douglas. 1 timeout left for the Bobcats. 4:14 left in your ball game.
Stay tuned to the Hash It Out Show Monday night at 7:30. We will obviously have opinions on what's going to happen Monday with the hearing with University High.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Me too. I can't wait to see, because I tell you what, Jared, you and I talked about this before we got VK on, when VK was busy with PT, Patrick Taylor. What did we say? If they win the court case, what did I say on the show? And you agreed with me. There's no backbone to the LHSAA. 22 people voted to keep the penalties in place. Now, if a circuit court beats those guys, what does that say? Again, that is a hot point, and we're going to discuss that Monday night. Also, a quick recap of round 1, and we're obviously, which all of y'all look forward to, picks of the regional round. And like I said, I got a few upsets waiting for y'all this week.
Everybody that's watching, hit that subscribe button, hit the likes, share it with your friends and family.
Critical 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 9.
Make our Christmas bright.
And it will be 3rd and 9. They got to get to the 41 for a 1st down.
This is like cover 1 man with a blitz.
Savon Green and movement up front.
Well, what do we have? What do we have?
Here we go.
Got back, but he didn't. I think that's going to be encroachment.
I think it'll be false start.
You think?
It's one of the 2.
I saw the near side defensive end jump back.
I
but I
see
didn't know.
both sides movement.
That guy on that side.
On the left side.
Both
yeah,
sides move, so somebody's going to get that penalty.
Let's talk it out. Let's talk it out. Here we go.
No, let's talk it out.
Let's
hash it out. Hash out this penalty.
Hash out this penalty. Where's the graphic on that? Hash out the penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see.
Why the back judge coming in? You can't see that penalty. Stay back there.
Hey, that's not the first time tonight. VK pointed it out earlier. There was a call that was made.
And it'll be offsides on the defense, 5-yard penalty. That's critical there.
That's a brutal penalty on Livingston.
And
but it's
now
still 3rd down.
it is 3rd and 4.
Much more
manageable 3rd down. Bobcats got to get to their own 41. Livingston does have 2 timeouts left.
That's their 10th penalty of the night that I have unofficially.
Okay.
On Livingston.
4:14 left, 3rd and 4.
Sending the blitz with a
shotgun formation. Here's Green.
No,
and he's stacked up. No gain on the play. A huge one for Livingston. 4th down.
Coach McLeod, I know you haven't punted at all tonight.
Might want to do it here.
Yes, exactly, George.
I think you have to do it here.
You
have to do it with under 4 minutes. You have to do it and rely on that defense. The Douglas defense have been tremendous on a lot of huge plays tonight. And the offense and Arthur Freetime is staying on the field.
I can't believe what I'm seeing, guys.
They're at 10 seconds. They're probably going to run it to 1 and call a timeout.
They may try to draw a penalty.
Let's see if they get it. Arthur Freetime, a hand on Green.
No.
Stop! A big stop! And Livingston will have the ball with 3:25 left.
And a chance to win this football game and to maybe steal it.
Wow.
I really don't know what to say right now.
I
really
absolutely.
Wow.
I don't know what to say.
My question is, did they punt the ball earlier than that? Do they have a punter? That's what I'm wondering. Do they have a punter?
The crazy thing is our good friend Jordan Tutler, he had asked me earlier in the week. He said, will there be any field goal kicking? I said, the Friday night game, yes. But the Saturday night game, I said, probably not. What he didn't ask me is any punting. Well, we got one team punting and the other one not.
To answer your question, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 fourth downs they went for, and they're 0 for Douglas.
Jeez.
1st and 10
0
for
7.
Livingston.
That may cost them here.
And the Douglas 36. Anthony at quarterback. Scott in the backfield with him. Back to pass Anthony. Anthony has time. And the pump fakes. Anthony has a lane going to the right side. Anthony will try to take off. Anthony will keep going. The surge, he might have enough. Let's see. Near the mark.
I'll tell you what.
2nd and 1.
Good thing he fake pumped, because there was a safety over the top that would have take that ball from them. Good thing he fake pumped. Got a 9-yard run. Good decision from Anthony.
3:01 left, 3 minutes and counting in your ball game.
And if you're Livingston, stay within the realm of your offense. You still got 3 minutes, a little less than 3 minutes. You have 2 timeouts. You don't have to do anything crazy.
2nd and 1. This is an old-time Orleans Parish game.
Whistle,
and
whistle.
whistles.
What do we have?
Timeout, Douglas. That will be their last charge timeout.
Now, if you're
And
Livingston,
we'll take a quick timeout here. This is the Hash Down Show Game of the Week, Saturday edition.
JFK Martial Arts offers a wide variety of martial arts programs for kids, teens, and adults as they empower lives through martial arts. Please give them a call at 985-266-0664, and don't forget to ask about their 1-week free special.
And welcome back. 2:41 left in your ball game. And like we mentioned, this is a true old school Orleans Parish football game.
It is, but it's
not
like
too many special team, not too many. It's grinded out all the way to 0 who wins.
But
that's what it is. 2nd and 1 coming up here. 4 receivers. Scott in the backfield with Anthony. Anthony back to pass, and a blitz is coming, and he will go down. And a big time play right there. And that's Duran Lewis Jr.
He's had a good game also tonight.
Absolutely. Big 3rd down coming up. Lewis
Big time
getting that
loss.
sack.
Now what the Livingston Wolves needed at this time.
At all, and the clock's still running. 2:15 and
2:15
counting.
He just showed some urgency.
2 timeouts left.
You still have
for
timeouts,
Livingston.
but you got to pick first downs up here, guys.
Agreed. 2 downs to go here. 3rd and 6. They got to get to the 26. They're moving up front.
That is a flag.
Yeah, it is a flag there. That's going to push back Livingston. I'll tell you one thing. I know Coach Francois is just probably losing it on the sideline, because if I'm a coach, I'm losing it too. Like, this has been too much the whole game.
The thing that's got me is that they're not showing urgency, Livingston. Even with the 2 timeouts in their hip pocket, you got to show a little more pop in your offense. Move, get the plays more decisively in.
Now they're inside the Douglas 37-yard line. They have to get to the Douglas 26 for a first down. 3rd and 11. As Anthony gets the play. Scott now in the slot. 5 receivers set on 3rd and 11. 1:53 and counting. Anthony back to pass. Pressure's coming, and he gets hit. And a catch made Thompson. Thompson trying to break tackles, and he's only going to get about a yard. And I'll tell you one thing, whoever is on that right side of the tackle.
Coach Francois needs to get a play in now,
because
the clock is running.
Whoever's on the right side of the tackle, they've been getting haunted all night. I mean, the pressure's coming from that side.
I'm with you, but he needs to get a play in now.
He do.
That is
21 left.
Because they only got 2 timeouts.
1:18
left.
left.
Now it's 4th down.
This is the ball game here. 4th down and 10. 4 receiver sets. Anthony back to pass. Anthony got pressure coming. He's got time again. He'll throw it up. Incomplete. And no flag comes out late. Oh my goodness. interference.
I don't think it was pass interference. I think it was incidental contact or two players running into each other.
It had to be incidental contact.
They
I
have
agree.
not called that all night long. It'd
And
be
the thing
a
about
wild one to do it here.
And the thing about it, that's not his call in the backfield.
No, you had an official right there looking at it who did not even throw a flag.
That's
been
not
the
at
case.
all. Wow.
That's been the case all night. VK made an astute point of it earlier that the officials that are not making the calls that are on the spot, the guys on the backside are making them. That's not right.
No, not at all. It's the fact that it came out late. It came out 3 seconds after the play was over.
Is this DPI?
Yes.
Wow. First down, Livingston.
Is it what?
They called it.
DPI,
they called it PI.
Yeah, they called PI. Yeah.
They called PI. Wow.
Just making sure.
A huge break for Livingston. Douglas had that same break in the first half. Now it goes the other way. 102 left. A huge first down for Livingston. All 4 down at that.
And we're in the Billy Bravender
Red zone. They're inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for receivers. Back to pass Anthony. Anthony has a little time.
Got a flag
down. Anthony trying to get away. He won't get away. It'll be a big loss.
He just committed the cardinal sin of every quarterback. Pressure comes, get rid of the ball.
Kylie Collier.
Now let's see what the flag is first.
Let's see what the call is on this one.
I think we have a timeout also because I see Livingston coming off the field.
Timeout Livingston.
Which they have 2 of them, so you're going to use one here.
But the problem is the play was ran.
Exactly.
Sideline warning on Douglas.
All right.
But wait a minute. Did the play? Well, the play did count, right?
Yeah, the play counted.
counted.
Yes.
Play
Yes,
counted. Okay. And the timeout was called. So one timeout left. Okay.
So you got a play
We're
run,
good.
you got second
'Cause
down,
I got
and you have a
confused there.
timeout, VK. You're good.
Yes.
We still got 55 seconds, and Livingston does have one more timeout to play with.
Absolutely. And that's the one thing you can't do. You cannot take a sack.
Exactly.
And he
Get
took
rid
a
of the
sack.
ball. That is the oldest
It would have been
rule.
better he threw it away. Even better he'd have threw it away right there
But
and
make
left
sure
another
it's in
down.
the vicinity. Make sure it's in the vicinity.
Exactly.
Right. Right in the
just-
vicinity of a receiver.
Right.
Get rid of it.
Chuck it.
Leave another down.
You know, they've had one 63-yard pass tonight for a touchdown. That was the
screen.
pass to the screen to Thompson. It wasn't even a deep ball. It just was
It was
great
just a
play.
high pass, and he had
Exactly.
catch it, and he got away. 55 seconds left. 2nd down, 21 to go. Make it 19 yards to go. They got to get to the 10.
Yeah.
4 receivers, 3 to the right and 1 to the left.
Another
For
dramatic
Anthony.
finish.
Man in motion here. Anthony.
Blitz on the
Pressure's coming
outside.
again. He'll throw it deep. Right side. Wide open. Oh, touchdown! Benjamin Anthony connects. My goodness.
Who did he hit?
And that's the Tylen Coleman. Coleman gets it. And he gets it from 27 yards. Oh my goodness, with 47 seconds.
Tell you what, it's why you never quit. You persevere, you keep playing. And as you see right there,
Extra point
they got
coming
extra
up.
point. Oh, wait a minute. Extra point time.
This could be important. Alberto Connor, an important extra point. Kick is up and got it with 47 seconds. 1 point lead. 1 point lead for Livingston, 19-18.
Let's set this up.
Oh,
Douglas,
my.
let's set this up. Douglas has 47 seconds, no timeouts. Don't know what kind of a field goal game they've got. That's all they need, but they've got no timeouts. They cannot afford to be deliberate with this.
Very
offense.
much
They've
agree.
got to pop it on the play. Get it in, get it in, get it in,
Look,
go.
look at Douglas right now.
Oh,
they are defeated.
are
A lot of some of them are
absolutely.
defeated.
They're deflated
Helmets
right
off,
now.
Fussing with coaches right now. They got to compose themselves.
They
Self-control
have to.
right now. The game's not over.
They have to.
At all.
It's still.
Look at this.
It's a 1 point lead. And
Only 1 point.
this is critical here.
It's not time to self-destruct right now.
If you the coaches, calm them down now.
Exactly.
Because this is not the time.
Nope.
You don't want to be another saying. You don't want to say there's a reason why Douglas ain't won a playoff game since '93. You don't want to have that.
But
you want to keep composed
guys,
in the moment. You have to stay in the moment.
Guys, that number I gave before the break before, 0 for 7 on 4th downs, Douglas. This is going to be the stat that costs them this football game.
And then the thing about it, and here's the other thing I want to say this, and what I tell you, this is Orleans Parish football.
It is.
You see crazy things happen, and there's one
now,
right
how do you
there.
attack this kickoff if you're Livingston?
I'm like this.
You're trying to get down there and score.
No, if you're Livingston,
you squiving and you
squib this thing. Don't
don't get it to your playmakers
at all.
But they do have athletes, but you got to get down to the return of who you get it to.
Make that ball
That's
do
the
some
biggest
trickery.
thing.
They're kicking this deep.
Bang.
Good kick.
Good kick.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Not a good kick.
Not a good kick.
Bring it back.
You just gave
So it's bottom of the 35-yard line.
35.
Okay,
Yes.
Here we go.
And still 47 seconds. No timeouts, guys.
One point lead.
So the clock will stop on first down. You can get there and clock it, but you want to get out of bounds. You want to save your down. So here we go.
Wow, here we go. 47 seconds left.
Unbelievable finish here on the Hash It Out Show Game of the Week Saturday, playoff edition.
And let's see if McLeod will take it at the 35 or have it re-kicked.
He might take this. No, he's going to. Well, let's see. His
take
offense
this.
is on the field, but Livingston's.
They're going to make him re-kick it?
Livingston.
They're going to make a re-kick.
Wow.
The thing, here's the thing.
No.
Okay, talk to
This
me.
is what McLeod is thinking. He's thinking of another bad kick.
They're moved back 5.
All right.
And the thing is, he's trusting his athletes. And if he can get a nice return, they could take it back.
Maybe.
Maybe better yardage. So I can understand why McLeod decides re-kick the ball. We still have a shot at a good return.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to think, no timeouts for Douglas either. So they got to take a chance and get another return.
Urgency has to be the order on this offense.
Very much agreed.
Big time.
47 seconds is enough to get a really good return.
But we don't know what kind of a field goal game they have.
You're not worried about that.
I mean, if they got to get in position, they're going to have to try it.
Yes.
DK, this is the playoffs.
Yes.
You got to find a guy that can put it through the uprights.
Here we go, as they will try again. It'll be returnable. They'll take it from the 25. Here's Douglas. Douglas got some blocks in front. Douglas.
At the 40.
At the 40. Right at the 40-yard line. A nice return there.
40 seconds left to go. Ball on the 40.
Ronald Gaudet with the return. Ronald Gaudet the third.
Free time has been gold for them, but he's going to have to trust his playmakers now.
Yeah, he's going to have to trust his playmakers and try to get down the field.
If he tries it, they have no timeouts. If he tries quarterback runs now, they're done.
40 seconds left. They got to get the ball out of bounds or run out of bounds, stop the clock.
Exactly.
First and 10, 60 yards to pay dirt. Back to pass, free time has time. Free time, here we'll go deep. And that is deflected up there. And that is going to be picked off. And Livingston will have a lane. Livingston will keep going. Flags will go down and he will be out of bounds.
That'll be unsportsmanlike.
And that'll be unsportsmanlike. And that'll be after the play is over.
Yep.
And that will be the ball game here.
Wow.
And Free Time had some pressure on him, and that ball got deflected.
And
you didn't have to go deep.
No, he didn't.
No.
But you know what he did there? He threw it off his back foot. He's done that a few times tonight, and that's gotten him in trouble.
But also, he got hit too at the same time. So
yes, he did.
That's two things. That's not a good mix.
No.
Livingston, for the second time in 3 years, they will have a playoff win, and the second time in 3 years,
and they will
defeat Frederick Douglass.
Wow. That's a brutal way to lose a football game, Douglas.
On a 4th down. Goodness. Pass interference, and then all of a sudden, a deep pass on 3rd down.
I'm not one to critique him. I mean, we all, at some point, we do critique, but for numerous times tonight, the back officials that were not directly involved in the play have made some brutal calls.
I agree.
That is something that is just, to me, as a broadcaster, inexcusable. Inexcusable. The guy on the spot's got to be the one to be responsible for the call, not the guy 20 to 30 yards downfield. That is absolute insanity if you're Douglas right now. And that's going to, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to execute. You got to execute, and Douglas on that play where the winning touchdown happened with Coleman, they didn't execute. Simple as that. Got to close. They didn't do it.
So 1st and 10 for Livingston with 27 seconds left.
They're going to take a knee.
They'll take a knee.
That's all they're going to do.
It's going to be a victory
Douglas can't stop
formation
this.
for the Wolves. And take a knee.
Wow. And the drive continues.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
We don't need that. We don't need none of this.
Oh, no.
Come on, y'all.
We don't need none of this,
A couple
man.
players and coaches grabbing the players. It's like,
Y'all better
nah.
hurry this up. Here we go. Get him off the
10 seconds left
Oh, we
in the
got a
ball
man down
game.
right here. Look right here.
No, he's crying.
Oh, okay.
He's hurt.
A lot of emotions here,
Yeah.
and that is going to be the end of your ball game. The Livingston Collegiate Wolves have done it. They have won their second playoff game in 3 years. Final score, Livingston 19,
There
the
won't be a
Frederick
handshake.
Douglas Bobcats 18. What a ball game tonight. Old school Orleans Parish for you, and it came all the way to the end.
Sure did, man. Came to the end. You know, you got to credit both staffs. Credit Livingston for not giving up. 5 turnovers and finding a way to get the victory.
As both Francois and also McLeod and the coaching staff exchanging pleasantries on a great ball game.
You got to credit both coaching staffs, Coach McLeod and Coach Francois, for what they have done with these 2 programs.
Yes.
You got to give them credit.
Absolutely.
And the winner tonight, I tell you, the Livingston Wolves now will travel to E.D. White on Friday.
Interesting affair for sure.
Absolutely. And both of these teams really gave it all they had tonight in this first round of the LHSAA playoffs.
But if you're Douglas, you feel like this was an opportunity lost because you had chances to really take control of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they didn't. You know, if you leave the door open, VK, what happens? If you leave the door a little space open, what happens? They're going to kick it in at one point. And it happened right there with 47 seconds.
Well, that is it here from Pan American Stadium. Final words, guys.
Hey, look. Final word is this. Catch us Monday night at 7:30 right here on JB the Sports Guy YouTube page for the Hash It Out Show. And then Wednesday, 7:30 also for the Hash It Out Show. And then Thursday and Friday, the Hash It Out Show game of the week. We got Haynes versus Estruma on Thursday night, 6 o'clock pregame, 6:30 kickoff. And then Friday night, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. John F. Kennedy Cougars taking on the Lake Charles College Prep Trailblazers.
All right, so that is it from here for the cameraman, Devin Martino, for George Peppers, for the CEO, Jared J.B. Boyd, I'm VK Jones, and we thank you for joining us here. This has been a presentation of JB the Sports Guys YouTube. Final score, Livingston 19, Douglas 18. You and yours. Have a great night, and we will see you Monday on the Hash It Out Show.